This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
Oh,
that's the most excited I've ever been, or at least tried to make it look like.
I'm glad I was looking at this and I caught all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really excited on that one.
Black screen. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking try to scare Ken because
it's
Halloween season.
Hey.
That's right, Geek Pantsers. Halloween.
Right. Halloween.
That was actually kind of the theme.
Yeah.
Although the faculty was the only one that wasn't trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, it's not trying to be
but
funny.
It ended up
funny.
being funny inadvertently.
It's funny. Like,
also sometimes infuriating. But
yeah.
I had I had never seen it.
You ever see The Faculty?
I know.
Holy shit.
I'll tell you what.
That's gonna be a good one.
I'll tell you what. When I saw the trailer for it,
Yeah.
I remember immediately thinking like, no fucking way.
Really?
No.
You know it's Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. So back then,
He was just the Desperado guy.
I wouldn't have known the connection, even though I was familiar with Desperado.
Actually, I think Desperado.
It's El Mariachi. At that
point. He did that, and then Desperado.
Was Desperado at the same time? Oh yeah.
No, El Mariachi was early '90s.
No, I know.
I would say Desperado was around
El Mariachi.
I have.
Oh,
yeah.
That's really good.
That's good.
I did not think it was
the
going to be that
whole trilogy
good.
is pretty decent, actually.
Yeah, you know what? It does fall off on the last.
It does.
But it's still pretty good.
They were just too eager to get Johnny Depp in there somehow.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so The Faculty and other movies.
And other movies. Yeah, we got lots of movies to talk about because last week we were going to do this.
And then we had other things to do.
Yeah.
That's all we have to say, Kenneth.
Is that it?
We don't have to say anything else.
Oh, okay.
They have lives too. Sometimes they call in sick too.
It was really, really going though. Like it was set up, and I was a piss off, not feeling good, and then I having to like set everything for cancel.
I know. That would be the worst. That would absolutely be the worst.
I got one little thing to say before we kick it off. Last Camcast, we talked about Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
And beforehand, I've been feeling a little fat lately.
Okay.
I got some chub.
Okay.
You know, and I notice it because I'm looking at these videos after we're done here, and I'm
I know. I know.
So dark colors don't show too bad.
I'm doing my best to.
This is kind of nice, though. This is kind of nice.
Yeah, I know.
I like
I was
that.
quite pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah, my James Bond collection is complete. Not
nice.
even a joke.
Nice. I know it's not a joke. So, like last episode, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look more professional. I'm gonna wear some jeans.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit straight, hide that gut.
I don't know what's sitting straight.
Right.
In.
I was so uncomfortable during that whole Camcast that I almost started unbuttoning my pants here beside you, with people watching. It almost got there.
You know what? Yeah. Part of me, honestly, 100% wishes that you did and not mention anything, and just see if I noticed or if I don't think anyone was watching with us at that point. So, but if anyone noticed it at the time, but even still, like, because honestly, the idiot in me is just like that. That'd be some just casually.
I know you like.
No, just
keep eye contact the whole time.
Don't even, like, half the time I'm not even looking at you when I'm talking, right? So just whatever.
Yeah, I should have. I really should have.
You should have. And also, it's your comfort.
But that's what it's come down to. I said, you know what? Screw it. It's my house.
And also,
I'm gonna just lounge in my Halloween lounge pants.
And also, we know this. We know this. Maybe the people that watching don't know this, but we know this. Losing weight is also is hard, and it's not fun.
It's not fun, and it's way harder at this age.
Oh yeah, it always gets harder.
Holy
it
crap!
Always gets harder.
I don't know what else I could do really.
So the next step for you,
yeah,
honestly, Exercise.
Exercise. Yeah.
And you don't even have to crack weights. You can just start doing body weight stuff.
Exercise is on my list for sure.
Actually, the first thing that I would suggest for you, don't even bother with exercise.
Yeah.
I would suggest start a stretch routine.
Okay.
That would be the first thing. Get in the habit of doing a stretch routine every day.
Yep.
Then once that's a habit, then incorporate working out.
Mm.
I did something similar because I told you I run now.
You do.
I run almost every day now.
Yeah.
Okay. And at first I was running and working out. And by the end of the day, I was starting to look at like, okay, well, I did half of a workout here, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So then I was like, no. Get in the habit of this first, then introduce the new habit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, I would say the stretch routine.
I'm getting tested right now. I finally went back to my doctor.
Okay.
To get tested for that heat issue I have.
Right. Are we cool to talk about all this shit?
Oh, yeah, we're cool. It's pants off with Ken Levitz.
Okay. You know what?
Cheers.
I'm gonna cheers it this way though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cheers.
You have to cheers it the other way though.
Well,
they have
that's
to
gonna
see
make
it.
an awkward cheers.
We'll make it work. There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, no, I got this heat issue where I pretty much, whenever I exert my body, I just feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And I haven't been tested since I was a kid. So
right.
They're retesting me now. So hopefully
we'll figure something out.
Because I really do want to exercise more and shit. I just feel like garbage when I do.
Okay. To be fair, it's not like I'm like, this is the greatest feeling in the world.
Well,
doing
no,
like
not
2, 3, or 4 sets
right.
of 25 push-ups and like all that other shit that I like to do.
But you're supposed to feel the pain and the burn,
right? But like, afterwards, obviously, I feel better.
Yeah,
obviously.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Oh, this is so great.
We'll get there.
This is the 98th crunch. I've never been happier. No one says that shit ever. And if anyone ever did, I would stop going to that gym. I'd say, fuck this place.
Yeah,
that guy.
A weird cult.
Fucked it for me.
So yeah, no. So basically, the moral of the story is: be comfy.
Yeah, be comfy. Be comfy in your own skin. Yes, I've done the same thing. I have looked at you look at the oldest ones where we're at our lightest,
because we're our hardest critics, right?
And then you just see our faces.
Yeah.
Well, I don't notice yours as much because I'm looking at mine oh fuck, look at the.
Well, that's right.
Right.
I don't really notice yours.
But then it's well, of course not, right? But man, it's but I notice belly.
Yeah.
There's times where I'm watching these old clips, and I'm hungover. He is totally that Chris right there, and that time is hungover. I'll tell you one because I rewatched it recently because I was just oh yeah, fuck. Hellboy sequel. Okay. Not the Hellboy sequel, the reboot.
The reboot, right.
Hungover for that one.
Yeah, and that's one of our most watched episodes. Which is crazy.
That's probably why. They're probably he's hungover.
That guy had a good night. Let's watch this. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're having a massive Halloween geek extravaganza, as some people would say. I think it's just Kenneth, but I am being a nice guy. So we watched 4. The idea was comedy horror. Yeah, that was the idea.
And we had them kind of split with sci-fi kind of together, and then I don't know what you call the other ones.
Actually, honestly,
they're a lot more comedic. The other two.
Yeah, but Tucker and Dale is the only one that's not really sci-fi.
Right.
I mean, well, you could argue Bubba Ho-TEP. It's more supernatural.
I guess it really depends on with Bubba Ho-TEP whether you believe his story or not.
But I mean, even if you did, would you classify mummies as sci-fi or supernatural?
Supernatural.
So
supernatural.
And supernatural is closer to Stalker, Jason style killer, right?
Yeah.
Even if you look at the originals, the first movies of each of those, except for Friday the 13th, or no, Nightmare on Elm Street, because he was super powerful even then. Michael Myers. So
the guy I'm totally decked out in.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
I know, but I gotta say that shirt is awesome. That Halloween Kills is.
I love Halloween Kills.
It's
got shit on for, and I don't know why. I love this movie.
Yeah, I still want to watch both of those just because, is it there?
There's 3 of them.
There's 3.
There's 3 of them.
I do want to watch.
Ends. You're either gonna hate or love.
my understanding is I'm gonna love or hate either of these movies.
Yeah.
You know,
Kills. I like Kills, so it's good.
but yeah. So, what were you talking about? Oh yeah, nice shirt. So that's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
And so yeah, okay. Anyway, but the groupings were Tucker and Dale
Mhm.
versus Evil.
Yeah.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
Yeah.
And then Slither and the Faculty. Not really in any particular order, but those were the two that we were gonna do. So we're gonna do Tucker and Dale and Bubba Ho-Tep first, and then the next one we would do Slither and Faculty. Now, having said that, we don't really have an order. We could do whatever we want.
I mean, we could kick it off above us since the wallpaper's already up.
Oh, you have an order actually then.
No, I don't. It just, this is up right now.
Oh, that's funny.
It wasn't supposed to, but it's
Okay.
up.
But before we do that, though,
we have stuff to chat
I
about.
brought, like, I actually got an itinerary.
We got a lot of catching up to do.
I made a list.
Wow.
Yeah. Nothing major.
Three
just
whole
three.
points.
Just three. But these were the interesting ones that I thought, I was like, wow, that's really cool. So the first one that I came across was Matthew Vaughn is possibly directing The Authority.
I thought that was interesting.
I'm in.
I'm definitely in.
I'm in.
I'm definitely in.
100% in. Like, do it. Do it.
It's gonna. I'm still on the fence on whether he's gonna actually do it or not.
He's not. I don't think he's gonna do it.
He was pretty critical about like current superhero films.
Well,
and I agreed with everything he said.
I was gonna say with a good reason.
With good reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's only been. It went from being a handful of bad, like not necessarily bad, but
mediocre.
Superman.
Like watch one and
yeah,
I don't care if I watch it again.
And then now it's like a handful of maybe possibly good ones.
Yeah.
And are they only good because the others are so bad?
It's totally flipped.
Right? Like, do some of these movies still hold up to the golden age of the MCU?
That's true.
Right?
Are they really great, or are we just thinking
is Spider-Man No Way Home the best Spider-Man movie compared to all the others?
That's tough. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
It's still pretty close for me.
I'm watching it with like nostalgia goggles, right? So to see Toby and Andrew again,
I've rewatched it though.
Pumps me up. Oh,
when I rewatch it, I'm still like,
best ever.
No, it's still Spider-Man 2 for me.
It's still
Spider-Man 2, and I honestly like Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man right now, but Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the most iconic Spider-Man movie villain?
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, right?
I'd say Green. That would be a
to me. That's Green Goblin too. Yeah, it's funny that I love Spider-Man 2 so much more. Everyone would think Doc Ock, and he's great, but to me, it's like Goblin.
Yeah. Even though like Goblin is the better villain.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
He's better in No Way Home though.
He's awesome in No Way Home.
He kills it in No Way Home.
He's so good in
like
that movie.
just the character.
Yeah.
Just the character.
Yeah.
Now, regardless of Willem Dafoe, I mean, obviously, not really because the portrayal was amazing.
Yeah.
But like his version of the older version of Green Goblin pales in comparison to the No Way Home version. It's like, how do you get back? And it's not like any of them were particularly bad. Like Jamie Foxx was better. I liked him better.
Oh, he's so much better.
So
much.
Because I still can't get over the fucking nerdy Riddler bullshit that they did with him, and then they change him, and then once he got powers, all of a sudden he's like cool and he was attractive and stuff.
Dude.
His teeth were fixed. Like, of all the things, fuck. Anyway,
eels fix your teeth.
Yeah, that's right. Even though they have fucked up teeth, they fix yours.
Dr. Eel.
That's why they have fucked up teeth. They take your fucked up teeth. And they give you good teeth. That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
That's and so yet, dumb.
And probably
it's now canon.
Yeah, you know what?
Just canon. Like that.
It's canon. But yeah, you know what? But it's the presentation.
Yeah,
it's everything. It's like he's wrestling with Peter Parker's life and Spider-Man's life.
Yeah,
and then we were at an age where we were wrestling with like high school, or not the high school life, but like that high school mentality and then adult mentality.
Yeah.
And working and trying to like save money and stuff. Same thing. Right. So we're closer to that. We can relate to that more. Right. And then of course now you got the Doc Ock, the coolest version of Doc Ock, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Even though Spectacular Spider-Man the cartoon had a pretty cool version of him too.
I really got to watch that.
Oh yeah, you really do.
You really do. And I really love Catherine Hahn's in Spider-Verse too.
Yeah,
that's a good Doctor Octopus.
Yes, yes. Actually, I really like that version too. I
Yeah.
want to see more of that version.
Yeah, me too.
Like even they did Otto's daughter in the comic books, and she was I think she was called Lady Octopus, but they did call her Doctor Octopus at first,
Okay.
and that was kind of neat.
Because ladies can't be doctors.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of neat, but this version, Octavia, I was like, whoa!
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Holy shit!
She's really
Like,
good.
and also, if we could see Catherine Hahn as Octavia live action,
That would be great.
woohoo! Book it.
Too bad Agatha happened.
You know what? Agatha will have happened, and she'll be bummed out until they go, "Hey, you could do this for more money."
Oh yeah.
And people want to see you in it,
Yeah.
and then she'll go, "You know what? Yeah, I'm cool with
I'll do
superhero
that.
movies."
I'll do that. Yeah.
But anyway.
But no, that would be really great. He's got the style. Definitely got the style.
Yeah.
Like just watching Kingsman and Kick-Ass. And,
Oh.
I mean, First Class to me is still one of probably top 25, well, easily top 25 superhero movies of all time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
That's a good movie.
Oh yeah. So good. So good. But I'm in. Like I'm 100% in. And honestly, I really hope that they get really like almost cringingly close to the original.
Oh yeah.
I think they could pull it off. I mean, they're basically just they're Avengers doing things the dirty work.
Was it Millar that was the first writer on Authority?
That's right. Him and Brian Hitch.
So that really makes sense then.
Or not Brian Hitch. No, it was Quietly.
Right, and then Hitch came later on, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that makes sense. But no, Matthew Vaughn working on it does make sense because of his relationship with Millar.
Yeah. I think it would be one of those. It'd be kind of cool, like whatever they couldn't necessarily do.
Yep.
I guarantee they would come up with a cool way of doing something else.
Yeah.
In lieu of that,
yeah.
Right? Because there is gonna be some things that they can't do.
Hardcore gay sex.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
And then Superman flies by the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll enjoy that just simply because I don't really know a lot about the Authority outside some of the Midnighter stuff I read.
I read two trades, the first two trades.
Yeah.
Possibly three.
Because it's really only like 4 trades, isn't it? The original run. I think so. I think it was two arcs by Quitley.
It was 2 arcs by Millar, and I believe Ellis took over for the last 2 arcs.
Right, Ellis does take over. Yeah, Ellis. I hope they pull more from
that. I agree. I agree. I'm usually like Millar is one of those. He's like Alan Moore, where it just has to have rape in it.
Yep.
And I'm always just like, dude, why? Why? And there is a lot of over the top gore.
Yeah.
You know,
I almost stopped.
Almost unnecessary.
Kick-Ass 2, I had a really hard time getting through that.
Yeah, exactly. So did I.
Yeah.
So did I. But Kick-Ass 3 wasn't as brutal.
Yeah, kind of trimmed it back on that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the dog scene.
Oh, the dog scene was disgusting.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy they didn't put that in the movie.
Most vile thing.
Ugh.
But anyway, but there is a shift, right? Like you can actually feel the shift, and I don't know. I'm not the hugest Ellis fan. I've never really been able to get into any of his work, and I've tried. And
I mean, his arcs on Wolverine and Generation X weren't as good as the other ones. So
yeah,
Planetary. I think Planetary I enjoyed mostly because of the casting art.
Well,
I mean,
yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing that and immediately being like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
I wish we would have got a Planetary movie in Guns DC over Authority.
Ooh,
yeah.
And like, how funny would it be if it's the literal ripoff of the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Before the Fantastic
Four.
It
happens. Before it happens.
We're not counting the 2 that happened already. We're not.
No, we're not counting those.
Not counting those, even though they are in continuity.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige a couple of days ago.
Oh well, yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, he's just.
But I agree. Planet. Even though I've never read the Planetary book, although that is on my bucket list. Because I mean, the art alone. The art alone.
But
even how the Planetary bled into the Authority, or was it Stormwatch? I think Stormwatch.
Bled into.
That's that.
But no, read the Planetary Batman one shot. Holy crap, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I saw that too. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I should, but I'm like, I don't know anything about these
Yeah.
characters. Now I know, because some of the characters have gone on into the other things. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
so I am familiar with them.
Oh, wow.
Plus
Maybe one day.
I'm a comic scholar. if
Yeah,
will.
you are.
You are. Okay. All right. Now,
All right.
you want to go with yours next, or I don't
We
care.
got Insta questions. I only got Insta questions.
Okay, well then, I'll do that.
Go for a topic.
Okay, so I'll do this real quick because I did have an order, but I'm going to skip that and save it for last. So,
Okay.
So Dead Reckoning pushed to 2025 and a possible
Yeah.
name change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
The push I had a feeling it was going to happen like when the most recent talks fell out. I was like, okay, all right, so we're probably going to get
a lot of movies are getting pushed.
Yeah. So
a lot of them.
Okay, all right. And I immediately said to you, I hope that this humbles both Macquarie and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say this, and I'm fans of them, but they got super arrogant with this movie. Because we forget that they were going to bomb a bridge in Poland, and they basically just said, "Hey, so do you guys mind if we do this?" And they were like, "What? No, don't do that.
Don't do that. That's our bridge."
They weren't even really going to ask for permission. That's right. They were just going to do it. And then somebody was like, "Well, you can't do that. This is a bridge. Also, this is a national landmark. Like you can't." What? And they actually were like, "Are you sure we can't bomb this bridge? Like this is legit." They offered the money, and they were like, "What the fuck?" I don't know what they said this, but this is me. This is how I mean, what the fuck? I just said no, and I'd be like throwing the money away.
That is
like,
definitely like a Polish person. That's believable.
They're like, "Oh, okay." I I think I nailed the accent.
That was the best part of the performance. Really, was the accent.
How I just
Daniel Day-Lewis eating your heart out.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that guy? He's getting lessons from me. Anyway, but they literally were like, "Are you sure we can't blow up this fucking bridge?" And they were like, "No, you can't blow up this bridge." So they don't talk about it as much now, but that was a story. So you remember that?
Yeah.
So that's like ego.
It's a good thing they didn't, because that movie would have been even more in the red.
Yeah. So ego move right there.
Yeah, that's the ego move. Yeah,
that's the ego move.
No, I mean blowing up a bridge would be fun.
Yeah,
I give it to Tom. If I had
not
money, I'd try blowing up a bridge.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be doing this. What I'm saying is
that Thunder Bay, you can blow up our
first
bridges.
of all, you call up whatever region that you're in, and you go, "Hey, Tom Cruise, I don't know if you know me, but I'd like to blow up a bridge for a movie," and they could say yes or no. That's it. Instead of they had to show up and go, "Wait a minute,
just show up.
Wait a minute, you want to what? With no, right?" So okay, so that's ego move number one.
So what you're saying is buying that bridge was Mission Impossible.
It was just like selling part one seems to be a Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible,
and
maybe
a little bit more Mission or Impossibler for part two, or whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
The other big ego move,
Deadest Reckoning.
We had a whole year of that jump. He should never have done a whole year of that jump.
Yeah.
Because you spend the whole movie going, when's that jump happening?
That's true.
And then when you get to that jump, you're like, okay, that was awesome, but I've seen it so many fucking times.
Yeah.
I didn't have to watch it that many times, but that shouldn't have been at all. That's ego move number two. You show that in one of the actual finished trailers. And then you show the behind the scenes. Okay. Now we get to Barbenheimer.
I didn't think they were egotistical about that.
No. This is where they were egotistical.
Right.
They were like, okay, hold on. We want IMAX. And they were like, no, Oppenheimer's going to get it. And they're like, no, we want IMAX.
Yeah.
That's the egotistical move.
Right.
Then the other one is they should have moved the movie.
They should have.
The ego move.
Oppenheimer somehow signed a 2-month deal.
They didn't.
The whole summer it was showing.
They didn't market this movie as well as they've done other movies either. Could have been because of the budget.
Yeah, it could have been.
Could have been because of the budget.
Could have been.
Okay, so I won't say anything.
Yeah.
That's not an ego move.
Yeah.
But the ego move was they didn't move their movie.
Right.
They tried to get IMAX to move everyone else's movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, "There's no fucking way.
Yes.
There's no fucking way."
Barbenheimer, we're not going to mess
Right.
with that.
They lucked out. It became this huge viral hit. Good for them.
Mhm.
Okay. But Tom and company should have said, "Okay, we should have moved the movie." They tried to put it on the producers. They said the producers didn't want us to move the movie.
Yeah.
You know who's the producer on that fucking movie? You know who the producer is on that movie? Chris McQuarrie.
Yeah,
And Tom Cruise.
yeah.
Those are the two biggest names.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have more power than the other producers, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
I'm going to definitely agree.
So
They would have been better off opening it up against Saw Patrol,
100%.
which was Saw X and Paw Patrol.
100%.
Yeah.
They like really
that wasn't Barbenheimer.
No,
No,
not at all. I mean,
Man.
okay, look, I understand not necessarily thinking Oppenheimer is going to be a huge hit, but even then, that's dumb because it's Nolan and it's a Nolan period piece, and it looked incredible. Just not something I was going to see in the theater.
It's boring as fuck.
There's no way I was going to see it in the theater.
I'm one and done on that.
But it's a return to form. I'll tell you that right now. It's a return to form for Nolan. Okay? Bounce back hard from Tenet. Just not something I would see in the theater.
Yeah.
Okay? But Barbie, that's the biggest one that you should have sat there and said, "Yeah, that's going to be fucking huge."
Yeah.
Like, you fucking arrogant idiot to think that it wasn't going to be huge.
Barbie was, and it was. Man.
So they should have moved it.
And Barbie was that big, not playing on the IMAX.
Exactly.
Huh.
Like,
can you imagine if it was on the IMAX?
yeah.
Oh, would have been massive.
My favorite part, though, is they took the most visually boring movie and put that on IMAX.
Yeah, for 2 months straight.
Instead, like, I'll agree.
The whole summer.
Mission Impossible should have been in IMAX.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie should have been in IMAX.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer? No. Yeah. Fuck.
But it has a bomb in it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
At like hour 2:40 and it lasts 2 minutes.
Cool. I've seen bombs before.
Yeah.
You know, that was
Other than that, it's just Robert Downey Jr. and freaking Cillian Murphy talking the whole time.
Great. Sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, I know.
And I never will.
No.
Okay. So, and then, of course, now they're thinking, because now it's a longer wait between two movies.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking maybe we don't call it Chapter 2.
I mean,
but now they must be thinking that they're not going to call it Dead Reckoning. They're going to go with Mission Impossible, something else.
Well, you got to call it Chapter 2. You call Chapter 1 Chapter 1. It's all over the,
I know, that's
the
what I'm
marketing
thinking.
and the videos.
That's
like
exactly
everything.
what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm sorry, but out of all the things to change, this isn't one of them.
No.
What you change is how big your budget is.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this budget was split over 2 movies.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
It is divided up between them, but a lot of this was shot concurrently. Actually, you know what? I'm going to back up. There's one more ego thing. They didn't have to shoot during COVID.
No, they didn't have to.
They didn't have to. They chose to, so they incurred higher COVID costs. They incurred COVID costs by doing that.
I don't know if that's an ego or just love of film, though.
That's fair.
Like,
that's fair. No, because
Tom literally loves movies.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing he loves in the whole world, except for Scientology.
It's just movies. He loves
Scientology and movies.
His movies more than his daughter.
No, it's totally true. No, you're right. And it is about, like, I don't want to shit on him too much because I do.
And he was at least very serious about it. Like,
I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person.
No, I don't think he's a bad person at all.
I don't even, like, I'm not trying to suggest that having an ego about things makes you a bad person either. No. So, you know, I'll take that one back. I'll take that one back. You're right.
To a degree, we all have egos.
We do.
You know.
I'll take that one back. You're right. But I agree. Don't change the name.
Don't change the name.
It's
too late.
Shut down the runtime though. Don't make it any longer than 2 hours and 2.5 hours.
Yes.
You know, unless you can guarantee that 2:45 is perfect.
Yeah.
Cut it down to 2:30.
The only way it should be over 2:30 is if Emilio Estevez returns.
Oh man, explain that though. I mean, I know we never didn't actually see him get killed.
We didn't. Maybe he'll have a patch because one eye got pushed in by one of those spikes in the elevator.
Then he would be dead.
Yeah. His brain moved. That's what happened to his brother Charlie.
Well, yeah, actually.
That brain has been pretty moved around.
That fucking thing moved out.
It moved right out. Yeah.
Left.
Uh,
Fucking okay. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. But they are. I read an article where they were like, they're gonna have to do something because they couldn't sell it here, like at this point. What are they gonna do in 2025 to sell the sequel? Because I mean, seriously, it's the lowest earner.
Yeah.
It's no, wait, hold on. It's still Mission Impossible 3.
Mission Impossible.
Then it's this movie.
Just domestically though, worldwide, I think it's not as bad as.
Yeah, I'm not going to check because
Yeah,
I don't want to talk too much on it, but I think you might be right.
Worldwide type.
I think you might be right. It's one of those
which
where
is way lower than expected. But
the other thing that they fucked up on now, this I'm not going to say is ego. This was just Paramount practice, but it was because of Tom.
Yeah,
was it went too long before it went to streaming.
Yep.
It should have went to streaming fairly quickly instead of the allotted, I think, 3 months Paramount has.
Yeah.
It helped Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't going to help this one.
Yeah.
They should have put it on video on demand earlier so that they can try and recoup. But
I'm still like, even with Barbenheimer there, I'm still blown away that it didn't make.
I know, I agree.
Because I mean, Fallout was massive.
I am
Top Gun, Maverick was one of the biggest movies in history.
I agree.
Like to come off of those two, and then
it's very weird. It's very weird.
And there was nothing about the marketing that made it look bad.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't know. It's strange.
No, it is. It is absolutely strange. I honestly thought it was a surefire hit.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to do $1 billion. I thought for sure it was going to do $1 billion. Even if maybe I might not have said it, I was trying to be on the air of caution or whatever. But then when the hype for Barbie, especially Barbie, but Oppenheimer as well, like Barbenheimer, the hype for that, I was like, ooh, okay, maybe not $1 billion now, but I mean, it's still gonna do well. It's still gonna do really well.
But it like dropped down the list to me. Like Barbenheimer opened, and then Dead Reckoning was like 3rd, 5th, 8th, 10th.
It was just brutal.
And I was like, what the fuck happened?
And then, like I said, I mean, they could have sat there and said, okay, maybe we should go to streaming.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to rental streaming now and try to recoup some of that. But whatever. But hopefully, this is the kind of stuff that they've learned, right?
Yeah.
So that way, if something similar happens with the whatever they're going to call it, Dead Reckoning Chapter 2, MI8, which, and I really hope it doesn't happen. I really want it to do well, especially if this is the rumored send off for Ethan Hunt's character.
Yeah.
I really want it to do well. I mean, I'm probably going to like it regardless.
Oh, I'm gonna
because I do really like this movie. I really do like this movie. I watched it a bunch of times. I mostly watch it when I'm running now, so I watch it in chunks.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's something about Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies that make me want to run. Weird.
Do you play the running part while you're running to see if you can outrun him?
Okay, so Geek Mancers, I'm gonna be a little pants off. Maybe a little pants off. It's you're correct. There's an actual YouTube clip.
Really?
That's all of his running scenes.
Yeah.
Together. And
I gotta watch that.
And I've run to it.
Really?
I've run to it several times.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. It's about 10 minutes, 13 seconds, something like that. Somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done it. I've done it on loop.
On loop.
So, Geek Pantsers, pants off. You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. Mission Impossible 8, all they can really do is call it The Rock.
Actually, I don't think so. Because he couldn't save Black Adam.
He's no longer the franchise saver.
He couldn't save, what was it? Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes.
I know. Wrong.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. All right. So the last thing I'm going to bring up is fucking LA Knight versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we talked about this kind of in text already and how it's weird to be excited but pissed at the same time.
Yeah. So the biggest problem for both of us is that Crown Jewel is something we don't watch. We don't want to support Saudi stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I'm supporting it by having the WWE network. But I don't really want to get into semantics.
Yeah.
I feel better when I don't watch those ones.
Right.
But now we get to hear about our boy, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Going in and hopefully hopefully having one of the best matches of his career.
Yep.
Showing the rest of the upper guys, the head honchos that don't think he's got it, that he does have it, that he can hang, and that the fucking crowd loves him. Yeah, you were supposed to say yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but next time.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't rehearse.
We didn't.
So I'm not trying to be.
I nailed that first one though.
You did though.
I did. I did a
That's
good
fucking
job
good.
on that one. Yeah,
That's fucking
that was good. That was good.
But so same enthusiasm.
Yes.
Okay, so
Right.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, because for the record, I don't think he's gonna win. In fact, I know he's gonna lose, but I also don't want him to win. I don't want him to beat Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Okay. Not because I'm not gonna watch it, but because at this point,
That's not the place for Roman to lose.
yeah, at this point in time, he's got to lose at WrestleMania. And he's got to lose to The Rock or Cody Rhodes, but he has to lose.
Yeah.
He has to lose, and he has to go off TV for a little bit, and then come back, and now he's on the babyface comeback trail. And if that works, which it should, because this character only needs a couple of tweaks, right? We don't have to change too much. Just a couple of tweaks, and he could be the most over babyface because he was one of the most over heels in recent memory.
Yep.
And that could be the second part of the greatest wrestling storyline that we've had in fucking decades.
Oh yeah.
Like fuck.
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't even have to point, so
No.
thank you. Thank you. But anyway, but yeah, I really hope that's the case. I hope it's that star-making match that shows the rest of them, because obviously Triple H is a huge fan.
I'm a little bummed that Logan is starting up this thing with Ricochet now, because my call originally was that Logan was going to get involved in the LA Knight match.
Yeah.
Now that he's busy with Ricochet, I don't want Roman to beat him clean. I don't want him to beat him clean.
I read an interesting theory.
Yeah.
Okay. And but anyway, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%. Roman cannot beat LA Knight clean. I don't want it to be. It doesn't have to be like Cody Rhodes, where it was 100% clear. They did this intentionally. It was 100% clear that Roman couldn't beat Cody without help. They did that on purpose. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to look like Roman could lose here and there, but ultimately, like a couple of hope spots, and just one of those where like he's overlooking him. He's just like, he's fucking nobody. And then when he's like, oh, hold on a second. No, he's somebody. And then we go home. We go to the finish, and he beats him. But there's got to be chicanery. There's got to be chicanery. He can't beat him clean.
Yeah.
It has to look like he could beat him, but there's got to be chicanery.
There's got to be something.
Okay.
And who is going to do that? I don't know.
Okay. So I will say that I still think Logan Paul is on the table.
Yeah.
I still think he's on the table because he actually like referenced LA Knight.
He did.
So
straight up. And
the way that they've been doing Logan Paul's character is he doesn't call people out and not follow up.
Yeah.
Okay? Like he called out, I love that he called out Ray at the fucking boxing thing.
That was awesome.
That was fucking awesome. As a wrestling fan, I'm like, fuck yeah. I know everyone else is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing that shit. But anyway, I thought that was awesome. And so I like the idea of him beating Ray for the title.
Yep.
Okay. And then feuding with LA Knight after LA Knight is like, that's it. He's made man type of thing.
Oh yeah.
You know? Because he's on the cusp. He's on the cusp of being a made man. He just needs someone like Roman to help him get over that one little bit, just so they I honestly think it's like idiots like Bruce Pritchard who are like, I don't see it because he's not 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that was the reason? Because he was 6. He's like 6'2", but everyone else is like 6'5", 6'6".
My height.
Yeah, he's a tall dude.
I'm not
he's
small
a big
by
dude,
any means. Yeah.
but of course he's not 6'7", 6'8". You know.
Yeah, what do you freaking do?
Yeah, but anyway, so that's my and then of course Knight beats Logan Paul, takes the title off because obviously
Survivor Series too.
Paul can't hold that title for long.
No.
You know.
No.
You know.
That would
and then everybody's saying U.S. champ.
L.A. Knight. Yeah. No, that would be sweet.
That would be sweet. But I still think it's on the table. I think it is. I think what it is that Logan Paul needs something to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
And he can't poke at LA Knight right now because LA Knight is poking at Reigns.
Right.
And they know that they're going to get something cool out of him and Ricochet.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a quick little thing to kind of get to, because the Ray, him and Ray are at, they're at Crown Jewel, aren't they?
Who? Ricochet?
No, Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's the Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
So he's winning that title that night.
I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so.
Unlike winning a U.S. title in Saudi Arabia.
Honestly, I think it'd be the right call.
Yep.
It'd honestly be the right call. Because, I mean, I'm not even sure why they put it on Ray in the first place. And I love Ray.
It's weird.
I love Ray, but he doesn't need a belt.
No.
You know, so why not put it on Logan? Everyone's gonna fucking hate it. They're gonna, well, not everyone, but a lot of people would just.
I don't know why they didn't just throw LA Knight right in there, put him up against Austin Theory.
I think that's because that was during that period of time when Vince was still in power, and Vince 100% does not like LA Knight.
Yeah, because he's dumb.
Yeah, even when they were like,
this guy is selling merch like crazy. Hate him.
That's what they did. They were like, dude, but look at the merch.
Yeah.
And that's how they sold other guys in the past. Like John Cena was sold partly because of the merch.
Oh, he was sold out like right away.
You know, and so once his merch started going, they were like, yeah, but look at this.
You see signs in the crowd again. I haven't seen signs in the crowd in years.
No, I know. Last time I think it was the Cesaro section.
Yeah. Like it's nuts.
Oh, yeah, you see a lot. Or not but yes.
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, no, I know. When I saw LA Knight signs, I was like, oh fuck, like actual signs. I was like, yeah, that's nice. That's fucking nice. So we're in agreement. I don't want him to win, but it's he can't get fucking hammered. Yeah. It has to be a close competitive match. They both come out looking good. But here is the theory that I read, and I actually like it a lot. So the guy that fucks over LA Knight is actually The Rock.
Oh.
But,
I'm actually thinking The Rock at Saudi.
But what he does is, because the contract signing is this Friday. So before Knight can sign the contract, because you know, in nowhere else in the world but in wrestling, anybody can sign any contract. And it's legally binding to whoever.
Even though the name is different underneath the signature.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Because you've seen it plenty of times.
Oh, yeah, we've seen it.
I mean, fuck, wasn't Austin the first one to do it, where he stunned everyone and then just signed his name, and everyone's like, well, holds up in court.
Yep.
So
was there someone that signed with blood?
Oh,
yeah, the Fiend.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he stabbed his hand or something.
That's right, yeah.
Put his hand down.
But yeah, so that was the theory.
Yeah.
So then it's Rock and Reigns at Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Reigns wins. So now we get the Rock Reigns match out of the way. And then at SummerSlam, or no, Survivor Series, have LA Knight and Roman Reigns do something there. Then do that match. So they have a longer time to build it up.
Okay.
Or don't even do the match at all. That was the other possibility, depending on how it's received.
I don't see
because there is no talk right now of Survivor Series having Roman Reigns on the card just yet.
Just yet?
Just yet.
He should be on the card.
Yeah, he should have been on a couple of cards. Yeah, but okay.
100% be in that card. This
is the part of the run that pissed me off with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
When he first came back, I was like, fuck yeah. And then after the first year, after the first couple of months, I was like, okay. And then the first year, I was like,
he's nowhere.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just fucking take the belt off him.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, so that's all I.
Yeah, it's the piss off though. Like these stars, they have a shelf life, and for a belt to just be held up for no reason besides a fake record, bullshit.
And it's interesting because you could potentially see a bunch of guys leave because of this.
Yeah.
That Drew still hasn't signed. Yeah. Even though Drew is on the cusp of a very awesome heel turn.
Oh, I'm pumped.
It's coming along so nicely.
Drew should take the title off of Seth. That's the guy.
100%.
That's the guy.
I agree.
Heel turn, take that title.
It's, oh man. Man, I would love it if he took it at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
100%. I don't want him to lose a Crown Jewel and then re-challenge and then win it. I want him to take it now. And I want him to full-on cheat to win.
Yeah, you know what? And I want Cody to beat him. And I want Cody to take that title in WrestleMania. I want title against title.
I don't want that. I don't want that, because then that's another two-champ situation.
I want it.
I hate you.
I want it.
Although it would be cool.
You know how much that would piss off Roman? Oh,
really
I'm going to get this title, and then he loses everything?
It would be really cool.
And then...
It would be really, really cool.
That would be cool.
But then
that immediately,
the next night on Raw, Cody is like, by the way, I don't want this title.
Because Cody, yeah, my story is done. I have the one I wanted.
Yeah, this is the one I wanted. The cool one.
Yeah, the cool one.
I didn't want this piece of shit garbage one that you created, because
then you can have an awesome.
But yeah, so
book it. Yeah.
Careful, buddy. Yeah.
Noosh.
So all right. So that's all I got. That's all I got. So if you want to start doing Insta questions, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as cool, but it's
close. Yeah. What? Insta questions. These are all like
the season.
What's your go-to Halloween movies?
Go-to Halloween movies?
Yeah.
Oh, Gremlins.
Gremlins.
The Fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Halloween now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
nice.
You converted me.
Mine is Halloween for sure, and Trick or Treat.
Finally got that dried skin.
Yep. And Monster House.
Monster House.
Yeah, animated film from like 2006. Amblin Entertainment did it.
Oh, oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, wow.
I watch it every Halloween.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Yeah.
Go to Halloween movies. Next. Which versus battle would you like to see? Like Freddy versus Jason?
I hate those though.
You hate those?
I hate those because like you obviously like have to pick a side.
Someone's gonna lose.
Someone's gonna lose, and it could very well be your favorite.
Yeah.
Like, because I watched Freddy versus Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's okay. Like it's not bad. Like it's not terrible garbage.
Yeah.
It's good. They do a good job of having both tones and like bringing them together, but of course, because I'm a Freddy guy, I don't like how it ends.
He's not dead though. He rings.
Yeah, I know. I also don't like how it doesn't lead into the Ash Jason Freddy three-way
that we were supposed to get,
that we all wanted, for fuck's sakes. I don't want to see it in the comic book. It's great that you can do it in the comic book. I want to fucking see that live action.
Yeah. I hear
fucking
you.
Hell.
I hear you. That should have happened 100%.
But well, you know what? Just off the top of my head, I think it'd be kind of interesting to do Jason Takes Manhattan.
Right.
That level.
Yeah.
Versus like later versions of Michael Myers, when he's basically fucking supernatural.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, both just these two big fucking bastards that can't die, chipping away at each other.
I think for me, Michael versus Jason is where it's at. But
I think so.
Yeah,
that would be like you don't have to have a clear-cut winner, because they so evenly fucking matched.
Yeah.
Right? And they both got weird hang-ups that you like the people around them that have to try to stop them or get away from them can exploit. Right?
You got Tommy Jarvis and Laurie Strode teaming up.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not bad, Chris.
Not bad.
Well, hold on. You didn't answer the question. Or are you just agreeing?
I'm agreeing with you just because, like, I'm thinking my favorite horror characters. Okay, like I love Sam, from Trick or Treat. He's everywhere in here. But he's tiny. Maybe him and Chucky could go at it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Sam versus Chucky.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
You went with the biggest brutes. I went with the smallest little.
Yeah, but okay, like, because I'm unfamiliar with Sam. Does he actually do anything? Like, does he kill?
Oh, he kills.
Okay.
Yeah, he kills.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does he kill?
Like,
is he a face eater?
You look back here right now. See, he bites a sucker in half and he cuts people with his sucker.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Actually, that would actually be really good too. That would be cool.
Chucky versus Sam.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be fun.
All right. Fucking right.
Let's
These are good questions. I'm loving them.
Which superhero would you like to see in a horror movie?
Oh well, I mean, Hellboy.
Hellboy, but I mean that kind of is horror already too, right? I was thinking of something like
we're talking like fish out of water. Because my first thought honestly was Blade.
Blade. Yep.
Because Blade's movies have always been action movies. But
I was thinking like
full on horror.
For me, like right away, I love this Daniel Way 18-issue run on Venom because it was like the Thing, like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Interesting.
So right off the bat, I'm saying Venom and The Thing.
Oh man. Yeah, that'd actually be really cool. Like maybe have it from the perspective of like the symbiote is trying to bond.
Yeah.
And this person doesn't want to bond.
Mm-hmm.
But that person is the only person in the immediate vicinity.
And then you don't know who in this facility has the symbiote.
Yeah, symbiote. I like symbiote.
Symbiote.
You fucked up, but I like it. That sounds a lot. It actually sounds a lot better than symbiote.
Yeah, symbiote. It's a Lion King Venom crossover.
Yeah. Nice. I like Jenny Slate. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how no one corrected her.
I've never once heard her like misspeak like that.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Yeah, but anyway, she obviously was told.
Yeah,
symbiote.
By an idiot.
Well, I mean, the movies aren't that smart.
They're not. They're not.
First one's hella fun. Second one's hella fun too. It's just not as fun.
Not as fun.
But there's a lot more.
Fun. They're fun. They're not good. They're fun.
Yeah, that's right. That's
so what was your answer?
Well, no, my answer was Hellboy. But but you're right though. I like your spin on.
The way I read it was so Venom and the Thing. Like you got Batman and Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Actually, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be like Batman hunting down Zaz.
Yeah.
Huh. I can't really think of any. Well, I mean, you would do like Spider-Man body horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The Fly.
Like The Fly. That'd be awesome. Yes.
And it's funny actually. Now that I think about it, they actually did that. They literally ripped off both characters.
Really?
It was like one of those like Twilight Zone style shows, right? But it wasn't one like that I heard of. It wasn't like The Outer Limits or Twilight Zone or whatever. And it was on like in the afternoon, so it wasn't like a late night thing. And it was very same idea. Just
really
loser kid in an apartment got bit by a special spider, but instead of becoming Spider-Man,
it's full on body horror.
Yeah, but the special effects were terrible.
Yeah.
The presentation was horrible.
Have you seen Bite?
Bite? No.
You should watch Bite.
Okay.
It's this girl is on a bachelorette party with her. She's going to be a bride. She's with her friends. They're in Mexico in some like pool that they found, and she gets bit by some kind of bug, and she comes back, and then goes full on The Fly body horror.
Yep.
Yeah, you should watch that. That's pretty good.
I saw two pictures immediately.
Of like her transformation. Yeah. It's very Jeff Goldblum-ish.
Oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
This looks fucking good.
It just came like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2015 actually.
2015. Okay, a little
so not
later.
3-4 years.
Yeah. Time flies.
That's how we think.
Time's flying, man.
We think in like 3-4 years.
Yeah. Well, we're just like, way Batman Begins is almost 20 years old. Holy crap.
Or BUBBA HO-TEP from 2022.
Yeah.
21
years old?
21 years old, 2002. So yeah, okay. But obviously you do the body horror more. Like it's closer to The Fly. Make it more of a Fly ripoff. Get like that budget. Ugh. Oh man.
Just gross.
I actually have not watched The Fly yet, so
you got a few days.
I think I know what I'm gonna do tonight.
Left.
No. I'm gonna do this shit tonight.
Yeah?
Fucking right.
Download Bite, dude, the whole feature.
That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. So fuck.
What horror movies would you recommend to a horror newcomer?
It's a tough question because it's like what are you like? Are you looking to get into gore or are you looking to get into sci-fi?
Subgenre, right?
There's so many different. You could straight up Like if you go into gore,
Mhm.
that's not for me. But also then there's like horror, like horrifying horror, like Creep or Halloween. Like first Halloween is horrifying. I was talking about that at work the other day where I was like, man, it's like one of the scariest movies because this dude is just walking around during the day.
Yeah.
He's stalking his prey during the day, and no one is stopping and going, is that dude wearing a fucking mask?
Since it's Halloween.
They don't give a shit.
No big deal.
That weird giant mammoth man is hanging out by a fucking school, but nah, we don't need to call the cops.
No big deal.
Not
He's
at all.
Driving around a friggin' psych ward car.
I would say,
for me, like right off the bat when I read that, when I was typing this, I thought the Scream series. They're pretty lightweight compared to other slashers.
see, I would disagree because I feel like you have to watch some of the other slasher movies to really like Scream. I'm not saying you have to.
You're right, though.
Because I feel like you could watch Scream and like Scream for on
Mhm.
its own merits because it is a really good movie.
Yep.
But I think you like it more if you watch those movies. Okay, like I was gonna say, what I would do is like this is how I started. I started with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, you were crazy about your start.
That's how I started.
You were watching The Blob, and I almost shit myself.
So So and it's funny because when I said like I go, I'm not really that much of a horror guy. The reality is I am actually a real horror guy, but I'm more of sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
So I do like body horror or space horror stuff like that. So I'm more that than anything. But for me, I would say start, but not necessarily with Freddy or Nightmare on Elm Street, but I would say start with that genre. So pick a character, whether it's Michael Myers, because he does morph into that style towards the end. He is a slasher character right at the beginning.
Yeah,
and Jason's the same way.
Supernatural. Same with Jason. They all get supernatural.
Yeah. So I would say pick one, like pick Jason or pick Halloween or Freddy or the Leprechaun, because the first one that's more. But or Chucky, like I would say, pick one of the mascots of horror.
Yeah.
Pick one of those, and then feel yourself out from there, because like in any one of those, you could cover a couple of genres.
Yeah,
because you can get body horror.
You're right. Yeah,
with and not necessarily sci-fi horror, but I mean, sci-fi horror is just horror.
I'll throw Trick or Treat in there too, because it's an anthology.
Yeah,
so you got a little bit of everything.
So then I would say, like, depending on how you feel about those movies, even Hellraiser, you can throw Hellraiser in there.
Ooh,
but I would say,
I don't know about starting with Hellraiser.
Yeah,
we're gonna start you Cannibal Holocaust.
No, I mean like when you work up to it. When you're like, okay, well, like I watched like Nightmare on Elm Street and I kind of like it, or I watched maybe Friday the 13th, kind of liked it. Now if you want to sort of see if you want to go harder, then you can go into Hellraiser, because those are a lot more brutal and you're going to see some shit.
Actually, you know what? I'd recommend the 4 we're going to talk about today. I think if you start horror comedy and you enjoy the horror aspects of that, then go a little more into horror.
Except I'm going to take Tucker and Dale off the list for me personally.
Yeah.
Because it's similar to Scream in the sense that you find it funnier because you watch those movies. So when you get the subversive aspect of it, it works better.
Okay.
In my opinion. But then again, you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you want to check out Tucker and Dale, because you should, just in general, especially if you're watching,
since we're going to ruin them for you in a few minutes.
Fucking destroy these movies. You know what? For you with this question, don't watch this until you watch some of these movies.
Yeah, if you haven't seen these 4 movies and you're wondering right now, just.
But real quick. So after like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that, then I would say pick a genre and pick like one of the movies that stand out to you in that genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do body horror, and I always will recommend The Fly, but there's other movies in that genre.
Yeah.
You could do sci-fi horror, but like The Blob is one of my all-time favorites.
Blob's awesome.
The Thing, one of my all-time favorites. But the Thing remake.
I'm a sucker for giant monster movies. And those technically fall under horror.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So, you know, Godzilla, King Kong.
Yep. Troll Hunter.
Yeah, Troll Hunter, Host. Yeah, fucking Cloverfield. Yeah, Cloverfield's another one. Like fucking, there's a lot. There's a lot. A lot of people will argue those aren't horror, but tell me a giant thing strolling through strolling through your street, not running, just strolling is not horrifying. That's fucking horrifying.
It's horrifying. I don't care what you think.
Yeah. So you start branching off. You can even start getting into like slasher. There are more slasher stuff because there's quite a bit out there. Was it Black Valentine? That's the like credit is the first, and then it's like Friday 13th. There's a lot. There's a lot that you can get into.
Tons.
Not Fifth Element. Sorry, Event Horizon. Ooh, one of the greatest cosmic horror movies ever. So. Sorry to make this the longest.
If you could do Event Horizon, then jump into Hellraiser.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? That's a great idea.
That's a good stepping stone into Hellraiser.
I did it reverse.
Yeah.
I did it reverse.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have.
Probably. Yeah.
I started with Hellraiser 2.
Hellraiser 2. That's
fun. It's great. It's fun. Great.
That's
hard.
Hellraiser 2 I enjoy more than Hellraiser 1.
That's what I understand. And the third is more like it's a brutaler movie.
Yeah,
story's not as good.
No, story's not.
2 is awesome.
2's I think top tier for the whole. That's top for the series. Even though if you haven't seen the new one, you should watch that.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Jamie Clayton is fantastic.
I was thinking about it, so that is on my list. So yeah, there we go.
There we go.
That's pretty much a template.
Pick something from all of that.
Yeah, or. You don't even have to pick those movies, but use those subgenres to find something within it that strikes your eye.
Yeah. And if you want to drop us an Insta question, visit us on Instagram. Drop a question.
But also, actually, when you do it, I want to hear what you picked. I want to know what you started with.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking for a follow-up. I'm intrigued. Okay.
Bam. That's it. That's the Insta question.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start things off with BUBBA HO-TEP.
BUBBA. Oh, that's why it pulled it up. It went alphabetical.
Okay. Well, that's
okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have everything queued up.
Okay.
So, BUBBA HO-TEP.
BUBBA.
Directed by Don Coscarelli. Or Coscarelli. I don't know how to say it.
Coscarelli, yeah.
Screenplay, also by Don.
Yep.
Okay. Based on a story, BUBBA HO-TEP, which I didn't know, by Joe R. Lansdale.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, release date June 9th, 2002. Running time 92 minutes. I don't know why I'm reading this part. Budget $1 million. Box office $1.2 million.
It made money.
So it didn't. Not with their multiplier. It lost money. But it was so successful that the writer wrote a sequel because of it.
Bubba Nosferatu.
He did not plan on doing it at all, but he did because of this, because of the cult status.
Yeah.
And honestly, for good reason, because this movie is fucking just...
This movie's awesome. It's so good.
You know what I forgot, though? I forgot how fucking ridiculous it was and how long it took before you actually got to any... the first, 20 minutes is him fucking telling his life story up until that point, and I was just like, oh shit, that's funny.
And talk about his peck.
Exactly.
Non-stop.
He just talks about it.
I've watched it a few years. I forgot how much dick talk is at the beginning of this.
So, okay. All right. So the cast is Bruce Campbell, who plays Elvis Presley / Sebastian Haff. And the reason for that is because he's the real Elvis Presley.
This is actually a believable reason.
I know, I love it.
I can see the real Elvis doing this.
It's my favorite. The real Elvis Presley, and he just got tired of the life, so he just switched places with Sebastian Haff, who was the greatest Elvis impersonator, and that was it.
That was it.
No one noticed, and he lived the rest of his life until he fucking threw his hip out, fell off the stage, and woke up in a long-term care facility with some weird shit on his dick.
Yeah.
Also, we've got Ossie Davis as John F. Jack Kennedy. And for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, Ossie Davis is very African American, or black if you want to.
They painted me black.
And basically, my understanding.
Or dyed his skin. That's what it was. They dyed me. Oh.
He is legit JFK.
Yeah.
They just switched him into a black man's body, is the gist of it. We've got Ella Joyce as the very friendly nurse.
Very friendly.
Very friendly. Blew my mind when Bubba Ho-TEP was like, no, or not Bubba Ho-TEP, but when Ella was like, no more.
Yeah.
We're not doing this anymore. I can do it myself. We got Heidi Marnhout as Callie Thomas, daughter of one of the residents.
Yep. It's a very small cast.
Oh, yeah. Bob Ivy as the eponymous. There you go. Bubba Ho-TEP.
Yep.
Larry Pennell as Kimosabe.
Kimosabe.
Reg Bannister as Rest Home Administrator.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Daniel Roebuck as, can you guess? Just guess.
He would be the Hearst guy.
Fuck you! He is the Hearst driver.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Well, that
was awesome. Awesome. So basically, when Elvis wakes up in this hospital, point in time, he can't really do much because his hip's so fucked up.
Yeah.
And his dick's got weird shit on it.
Yeah.
And the nurse jerks him off while putting the antibiotics on it.
And this is straight up the beginning of the movie.
And full on beginning of the movie. And while she's doing that, he's telling the story of how he got there.
Right.
And actually, before I go further, for anyone that's wondering if how is his Elvis impersonation, he's actually credited as so far being the best actor to play Elvis Presley in a movie.
Bruce Campbell's insanely good.
So good. So good.
He's so believable as Elvis in this. His backstory, like, I forget how dramatic and real the backstory of this is.
Oh, yeah. Well, like you said, the concept is 100% believable. Like, I 100% could have seen that at one point he just said, fuck it. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. You're me.
You're good, yeah.
Don't tell anyone. And then he left and then just died living a life.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Mm-hmm. Just died. Probably didn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would have had to, because once word got out, like when the fake one died, once word got out of his diet, then all of a sudden they're like, well, Carl, don't you eat peanut butter, like fried peanut butter fucking bacon sandwiches all the time? No, I don't. That's the only time you only redo that impression.
It was decent.
It's not. Yeah, you're being nice.
You know what?
You're being nice.
I think it's so good because I wasn't expecting it.
Thank you. Under harder scrutiny, you'd be like, no, that's garbage.
You slap me with some Elvis, buddy. Out of nowhere.
No.
Elvis to the left.
But yeah, but I don't know. Like, the premise was great, but even when I was just telling the story, and I was like, it's not. I was expecting more funnier. Like, I remembered it being more funnier.
Yeah.
This was more like drawing me in.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, then when the Beatles shit happened and they went to like the cheesy 80s noises for the Beatles shit, I was like, oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I was engrossed, but no, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah. I love when he kills it. And he's just like, you big Beatle bitch. He said that like every fucking time.
Big Beatle bitch.
Get over here, you big Beatle bitch. And he kills him and he goes, yeah, you big Beatle bitch. It's so stupid. And then, of course, when we finally meet JFK, you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, man. Ossie Davis was so good in this. Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All the JFK stuff is just so... He's got this crazy room. Like, his room is so massive. I was like, how did he get this room?
Exactly. How he gets it? Well, he's a fucking former president.
Yeah, he's JFK. Poor Albert's is sharing a room with something weird growing on his dick.
But again, that's another great concept, because because you don't have to kill him.
Right.
You don't have to go through all that trouble of killing him, right? Like you kill the fake double. Who's he gonna tell?
Yeah.
Okay, black guy. Yeah, you're JFK. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. No, I totally believe you. I would have voted for you too. It's just funny. The fucking Egyptian mummy just wearing a cowboy.
Oh yeah, they don't even really explain why he's gone full on cowboy. Like he's in Texas, so he's just full on because like he's very much a mummy. He falls in the river. I mean, he's just full on cowboy now.
The only thing that
Some kind of Bubba Ho-Tep.
I love that they explain Hotep and then Bubba.
Yeah.
Before they start the movie, so that you know what Hotep is. But then you know that Bubba is just like fucking cowboy.
Just a southern
good old boy,
Yeah.
cowboy.
Bubba.
But you're right, because like
Big little bitch.
because they said he was an actual mummy.
Yeah.
So he would have been in his mummy casket. So my theory is when he fell out, got out of his casket, got out of the river.
Yep.
Surveyed his surroundings, realized he was naked. Because he would have had clothes in Egypt, right? So he wouldn't have been just running around free and going like, "Oh, I don't understand this concept." He wouldn't be like Black Adam, where he's like, "I don't understand the concept of doors," right? Except he was an asshole. Anyway, but like, so I think he would have just picked up clothes from the first person. Yeah, the first person he took the soul from. Boom, I got your clothes. You know, it's like Terminator. I need your jacket, your boots, your pants, and your bike. Oh, he says, give me those. That's right.
That'd be a funny short, just Bubba Ho-Tep walking up to some cowboy.
Actually, that would be.
Yeah.
That would. I like my headcanon is that's what happened.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where the dude was literally just like, "What the fuck are you?"
It was Bill Paxton.
It was Bill Paxton. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. The good. Crossover character that you didn't know you wanted in every movie, but now you realize you should have.
Yeah. Oh,
damn. Walking around looking like a Bubba Ho-Tep. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I can't help it. You can't.
You got to do Bubba Ho-Tep.
You can't do the lines without
kind of Bubba Ho-Tep.
It's just so fucking. and the funniest part too is like he dies. Spoilers. But you knew they were coming.
Everyone does.
He fucking everyone dies.
Everyone does.
Except he does save the rest of the town.
He does.
And he dies happy. Like he knows that he died saving, and I thought that was so interesting. And then I was like, so then how would they do a sequel, right? Yeah. Well, I started reading the comic book that it ended up becoming, because eventually they're just like, we can't do this.
We can't do it.
There's no fucking way. And Paul Giamatti was on there for a while.
Paul Giamatti was signed on.
He was on there he was the last guy that dropped out.
Yeah.
He was the last guy. Like Campbell dropped out before he.
Campbell didn't even need to really be there because it's a different concept altogether. It's a vampire now.
It is.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not Elvis again.
It is Elvis, actually.
Is it Elvis again?
It is. But it's earlier in his career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who was Nosferatu then? Paul Giamatti?
I didn't keep reading. No. Paul Giamatti was who's the guy?
I thought he was going to be Elvis.
I think he was Kimosabe.
Or
something. No, he was Fuck you now.
They made it a comic book though?
They ended up making it a comic book.
Oh, I gotta read that. That's awesome. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. Apparently Don Coscarelli and Bruce Campbell did not get along though, and that's why the sequel never happened. That's
what he said. He actually said the reason why I stepped back was because it was to preserve our friendship.
Yeah.
Colonel Parker.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took place earlier in his life during a period in which he worked for Colonel Parker battling monsters prior to exchanging identities with Sebastian Haff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the only issue I would have with that is that they don't reference any of that in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to be anything other than here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
Or, why can't I escape this shit or something? So then, and they don't even have to go into detail. They just say that line and you go, oh, so he's had run-ins with something like this before, right?
I would have been more interested if that was Sebastian Haff as Elvis taking on Dracula. Well, the real Elvis is taking on Bubba Ho-Tep.
Oh.
And then Bruce Campbell was still played him.
Yeah, actually, well, yeah, well, no, because then you get a different actor to play Sebastian Haff, because it was a different actor.
No, they were both Bruce Campbell.
Oh yeah, that's right, they were.
Yeah,
that's right, they were.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah. Oh, I freaking
Like,
I love it.
Unabashedly,
Yeah.
love this movie.
What would you rate it?
Oh, for me,
Is it full on 5?
this is full on 5.
Full on 5.
This is full on 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I love is the very end of the movie where like Elvis is decked up, the JFK's all decked out, and then they're walking down the hallway and they got that music playing. And it's just like, this is awesome. Going to war, super duper tag team.
Oh yeah, no. It's yeah, it's just so fucking great. I loved it so much. I did have a momentary like worry that it wasn't going to hold up to, because like when you sometimes you're just like your memory of it is better, like rose-colored glasses, right?
Yep.
And so I was kind of worried about that. But yeah, like I said, when the first 20 minutes is pretty much devoted to bringing you up to speed on his life, I was like, nah, we're good.
Yeah,
we're totally fine.
We're good.
No, I shouldn't say it was the Beetle. Honestly, it was the big Beetle bitch that I was like, no, we're good. We're totally good. Totally good. We're totally good. And yeah, no, I the climax of the movie was awesome. Like, it's just so cool. And like I said, like even when he died, I was like, oh no, and then I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. Okay. You done good, kid. You done good.
Sit down. Went on a hero. Bubba Ho-TEP.
Yeah, so the 21-year anniversary.
Yeah. Bubba Ho-TEP. Where the hell, man?
Holy God damn. And I remember we were so pumped to watch this movie too.
Yeah.
Like we were like, holy
fuck. We were so excited.
Holy shit.
When it finally came out, it was that Blockbuster.
We were like just over the fucking moon.
Rented it, bought it. I still got my original collector's edition DVD up there.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
With its Elvis jacket.
Oh man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's it's still one of the best movies I've seen.
Yeah. I love it.
It still holds up great.
Like
I love it. I love it.
Like you talk Bruce Campbell, like everyone would say Evil Dead's first things that come to mind. Bubba Ho-TEP's like right up there.
For me, it's like it's Evil Dead
like
and Bubba
right
Ho-TEP.
up there.
It's just
right up there.
For me. Sorry, it is Army of Darkness for me, because that was the first one I watched.
Yeah.
And honestly, I watched it based on the just the cover.
The cover's awesome.
Because I was like, what the fuck?
That poster, it's like.
And then I watched it. So that was the first one I watched, and then I watched the first one.
We did a drunken double feature where we're like, that's not the same movie.
So for me, I always think of Army of Darkness first, but Bubba Ho-TEP is like right there.
Right there.
And I almost immediately, like, for people when they bring it up, I'll go, yeah, but have you seen Bubba Ho-TEP? A lot of people say no, and I'm like, dude.
A lot of people haven't seen Bubba Ho-TEP.
Why? What were you like? Were you getting pussy a lot? Like, what was your excuse?
What's your excuse?
Not watching.
I was watching Bubba Ho-TEP.
God, damn. You know you can have sex and watch a movie. Right? But anyway, suddenly I'm a southern guy. So
Bubba Ho-TEP.
Yeah, exactly. So if you haven't seen Bubba Ho-TEP, go see Bubba Ho-TEP. Yeah. Actually, you don't have to go anywhere. You can just download it.
Yep.
And but I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite movies. What about you?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love this film. It's I think 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
It's I don't even know why. Maybe just replayability. I feel like it's a movie I have to take a couple year break from every, like watch.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right, because I'm not going to be rewatching this.
Yeah.
For at least the next year. So you're right. You know what? I'm going to have to.
But it's like
4.5 Chris heads.
So close to
4.5 Chris heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did say when I was watching it, I was like, man, I should probably watch this more.
Yeah.
Because
I actually said that too.
It literally had been about 10 years. So I'll keep it at 4.5 for now. But if I do find I am watching it more and it still holds up, then I will re-amend my ratings because my ratings aren't set in stone.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a solid list of movies.
It is.
There's nothing under a 4 on this list.
What's next? Faculty?
Well, if we're going by alphabet, it's Faculty.
Okay. All right. I'm good. Mm-hmm. So, this one, 1998.
98.
Okay.
Switch that wallpaper. Boom. Now we got the Faculty.
The Faculty.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez directed this,
Mhm.
based on a screenplay by Kevin Williamson.
Yep.
Based on a story by David Wechter and Bruce Kimmel.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, box office budget 15 million. Box office 63.2.
Yeah, she did pretty good.
Yep. So by their fucked up multiplier,
Yep.
they actually made money.
Good.
The cast, total stars, like the Brat Pack stars. Of the
Oh
time
man,
period,
this is a
right?
list of stars.
God damn.
Holy.
There was so this one and Slither were the two movies I hadn't seen. So I had no idea there was this.
Right.
many people
You
in
haven't seen
fucking
this. This
movie,
is
right?
exciting. Okay.
So Jordana Brewster.
Yep.
Was like all the rage for a couple of years there.
Because she's gorgeous.
As Delilah Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Clea Duvall as Stokely Mitchell.
Always love Clea Duvall.
So do I. Do I. Laura Harris as Mary Beth Hutchinson, which I also love. I also love Laura Harris.
Yeah.
And also, before we go any further, she gets nude in this movie. You see her tits.
Yep, that happens.
And I'm okay with it because I know that she was not a teenager when she was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just glad I saw that. It's the only reason. I don't care at this point. I'm a dirtbag. I get it. it. Okay, we got Josh Hartnett as Zeke Taylor. I've got some things to talk about Zeke about.
Ooh. Zeke.
Jean Hatosi as Stan Rosato.
Yep.
These next two surprised the shit out of me. Famke Janssen as Miss Burke.
Yeah.
And when she does the switch.
Right?
God damn.
Right?
God damn.
Oh.
Why wasn't she naked?
Oh, boy.
But anyway. Salma Hayek as Nurse Harper. God damn.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Salma Hayek. Okay? First of all, she doesn't age.
No.
Second of all, she was sick in this movie.
Yeah.
She was constantly coughing, runny nose. They actually made her look sick. And I was like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. She's so gorgeous that snot coming out of her nose, and I'm like, that's okay. I'll just get that.
You got COVID, and I will kiss you.
Exactly. I got no vaccine for what you got, baby.
Oh, baby.
Anyway, Piper Laurie as Miss Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
Banksy's dad. B.B. Newirth, like another one where you're just like, what the fuck?
This cast is crazy.
This high school.
Yeah.
How do these kids, like, how do these guys and girls, because obviously there's going to be some lesbians.
Yeah. How
are they operating in this school with 3/4 of the staff being, like, gorgeous? Fuck, man. Then you got fucking Robert Patrick as Coach Willis. Shit my pants.
Yeah.
I was like, what? This is my favorite. Usher Raymond as Gabe. And I literally was like, he wasn't quite
right.
He wasn't quite the big star at this point. He was on the cusp. But I was like, oh, okay. Jon Stewart is Mr. Furlong.
That's a surprising one.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
Not for that time period.
It wasn't?
Not for me.
I don't recall him being in many movies back then.
He wasn't, but
okay.
For that role, I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Then Daniel Von Bargen is Mr. Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get Elijah Wood as Casey Connor. And even, like, when I saw the trailer, even with him in it, I was like, no. And I love Elijah Wood. But I was like, no, I don't want to see this. Summer Phoenix as Fuck You Girl. And John Abrahams as Fuck You Boy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wikipedia felt the need to include those two.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Danny Masterson, too.
Yeah, I know I wasn't going to reference that. Also, not on the list. So I forgot, but when I seen him, I was like, oh, yeah. But of course, his look, he's going to be in, he's fucking in Roseanne.
Yeah.
And I liked him in Roseanne.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the plot of this is aliens show up at the school. It's body snatchers.
It's a body snatcher movie.
For a late 90s era thing. Now, I didn't see this movie at all, so I don't have any nostalgia thing, except for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking opened with Offspring.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other songs. And I'll tell you right now, this was a surprise one for me. I actually really like this movie.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things I don't like.
Okay.
Just but I shouldn't say a lot of things. There are certain things that I just don't like, but overall, I was very surprised with how much I like this movie. I will start by saying I immediately was annoyed with Casey and with Zeke. I actually really strongly disliked Zeke.
Yeah.
Even though I was like,
it's because he was a drug dealer, right?
No, it was everything about his character I did not like.
Okay.
But I was like, it's so funny because like 40-year-old Chris is like, nah, fuck that guy, right? But also Casey too. I was kind of like, yeah, fuck that guy too. But mainly, I'll get to the Casey one first. Actually, because so the first thing you see him is he gets elbowed in the face, draws blood. I was like, oh fuck, and then I was like, okay, so he's the one that gets bullied, okay. And then the second time you see him, they're literally like holding him and slamming his balls into the fucking tower. And the way that the momentum was going, you knew it wasn't like that was the first time they did it. So he'd probably been at least 2 or 3 deep before we seen him get his 4th or 5th, right? And immediately I was annoyed because, like, as a short guy, and I'm not a fighter at all, but even as a short guy, I would not be so passive. Like, if the elbow in the face, probably would have eat that and said, okay, yeah, that's go about my day.
Yeah.
The sacking like that, I'd have been like, no, people have to die.
Yeah.
Like, after I'm healed up or whatever, I'm coming back, and I don't care if I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm fucking throwing whatever. If I have to grab a fucking garbage lid or whatever, like, you're gonna know.
You're not gonna just sit there and take it.
And I'll be like trying to fight as much as possible. Okay.
Unless you like it.
Unless I like it, right?
Elijah.
Yeah. Or Casey, because it's not Elijah.
Or Casey.
Yeah. But like, so that annoyed me right away. But I was like, whatever, right? They're establishing that he's a bully kid. And also, I've never been bullied to that extent. So I might just turtle and take it, because then it's over with, right?
Right.
For that day, right? Because after that, I actually liked Casey's character.
Yeah.
Like, all the way through it, no point in time was I like, meh.
Yeah.
Zeke, however, I didn't like it all. But I can't help but feel that 98 Chris would have been like, Zeke's cool.
Zeke's the man.
Zeke is the man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, so he's, like, speeding and, like, doing these crazy turns.
Yeah. He's being a dickhead.
And immediately I'm like, this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Because that's how I'd react to anybody in real life. I'd be like, who the fuck is this asshole?
Yeah.
Then he parks across 3 parking spots because he parks like this. I'm like, okay, so this is supposed to be the cool guy. He's a fucking douche.
Yeah.
And then Hartnett comes out, dirty, like the hair doing that fucking
Grease.
Lloyd.
Grease. Yeah, the Lloyd.
From Dumb and Dumber.
Lloyd bangs. The Lloyd bangs.
And then like 14 layers, which is funny for me to criticize because that would have been me.
Yeah.
I'm still a layers guy. So, but I was immediately just like, okay, all right. And then of course, like, he grabs his stack of pens, and we don't really know what that's for. He jams them in his giant jeans, which I'm not going to criticize because we all had them at that period in time.
Yep.
So it was the style, but I was like, oof, that style doesn't age well, right? So, but then he's in class, and now he's really smart too.
Yeah.
So not only is he a cool, reckless criminal, but he's also into philosophy, and he's borderline banging the teacher.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty much picking her up in class.
Good for you, buddy.
But he's also a science major and a biology major.
You got to be to have that set up in your basement.
Like, but the biology part too, because he's cutting this thing open.
Yep.
So all these things, I'm like,
all of it.
Fuck this guy.
Yep.
Fuck him. Everyone else is. Another thing I thought was everyone else is way better character than this guy. Fuck this guy. I hate this guy, and I didn't really like him at all. The entire movie, I liked him more throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But I didn't officially come to the point where I'm like, well, at least Zeke lived. But you watched it in '98.
Yes.
So you've got a different interpretation of this film.
Yeah.
Because you obviously love this movie.
I love this movie.
So when you watch
I love this movie, but then I watched it in '98 when I was in high school. So, like, you knew these people, right?
Oh, yeah.
These are all actually, these are people you went to high school
That's
with.
right. Every single
All
one
of
of them.
them.
All of them.
All of them.
Although I will say, I thought it was interesting how the jock character didn't want to be a jock anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone was a fucking asshole to him. And they didn't never made any instance. They didn't make it seem like he was a douchebag jock.
Yeah.
At all. But everyone was mean to him. Like his girlfriend at the time didn't want to fucking talk to him.
Yeah.
And then when he finally was like, yeah, I think I want to just stop doing football and try to get scholarships on my own merits. And like, you know, and then she's just like, what are you, dumb? Why would you do that? This is the only thing you're good at.
Yeah.
Do this. Now get out of my face.
Idiot.
You know?
Hooked up with Stokely.
Right, yeah. Although I liked how Stokely got less goth as the movie went on.
Yeah, more girly.
Like we went extreme goth, like the makeup was just smeared on, and then like the new girl shows up. All of a sudden, the next scene, not as much. The hair doesn't look as dark, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, when she kept bumping into what's his face, the jock, I was like, well, that's, you know. But again, what was refreshing was the jock character was one of the nicest out of all of them. Like Casey was super nice too. Like, but the two of them were just super nice, and you know, they just want to do their own thing. I did like how Casey put what's her face, Jordana Brewster, in her place right at the beginning.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't think she
down
was
quick. Yeah,
I don't think she was turned at that point. I think that was really hers because she was like, oh, this motherfucker told me off.
Do you think she was turned when she started wearing glasses?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yep. Okay, so, but anyway, getting back to your thoughts. So you rewatched this. When's the last time you watched this?
Probably was 7 years.
So
it's been a while.
Well, that's still not bad, though.
I still love it, though.
Yeah.
I still love it. But here's the thing, too. You're not a huge Scream fan.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm a huge Scream fan.
I am a huge Scream original trilogy fan.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched anything from 4 and beyond.
Okay, so you do love the original trilogy.
100%.
Because this is Kevin Williamson again, and that dialogue is the same. It's...
Well, I like when I was watching it, I went, "Oh, this is Scream, but with sci-fi, alien horror."
Exactly.
But it's
you got the same young cast.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, the only difference is that you don't have that. Actually, no, they do because they talk about body snatchers. So they're basically saying, "Oh, this is a fucking body snatcher."
It's a body snatcher situation.
Yeah. So no, I totally understand. I got that right away. Especially because of the time period too, because everything was either Scream.
Yep.
It was Scream or Scream adjacent. So it was like I know what you did last summer. It was this Halloween H2O or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, all of them were like that.
So
hell, even Jason versus Freddy was pretty much
all around that timeline. They all have that same.
Even though I think that's 2005.
No, it's not that old.
No, you're right.
2002.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think it's 2002
or 3.
I think it's 2002. I think you're right. But anyway, yeah, no. So I totally got it.
Yeah. I did come to like the realization when watching this that Robert Rodriguez is probably one of the most versatile directors I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like
I had no idea that was
does
him.
not feel like him at all.
No. But it could be also.
But then it could be.
Could be a producer Hollywood thing where they're just like, yeah, we need you to do this. But
it could be.
It could be, but I do think it is him working within that template.
Yeah.
Because there are bits and pieces of him that are there. Some of the shots that they did, I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, that was nice. I didn't see that coming.
Yep.
You know?
So like you look at this and you
even
look
the creature design.
The creature design was great. And it's actually held up quite well.
It is
There's
only so good.
A couple times in here where the CG looked older.
Yeah.
But
no,
that creature has held up really good.
Like when we got the final boss version of it, I was like after it was in the water, I was like, man, that looks fucking great.
Oh, that shot.
Oh,
where it's the shadow of the creature and then it goes to her swimming.
Yes, I know.
That's a good shot.
That was so. Yeah. Like I said, and there was like these little things that would happen that I went, oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I like that. You know, like I said, I like the spin on the jock where he's not a douchebag.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't want to be a jock anymore, and he wants to win. Like I love when he is saying like, you know, like I got a D, and they bumped me up to an A.
That was my D.
I earned that D.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then of course when he told it to Stokely later, she was just like, yeah, I get it. And you're like, yeah. You know, but even the fact they did it like a mystery too.
That right, a whodunit type deal.
Like, who is it, right? Like, who's the first? Like, especially when they start talking, the theory is, well, the theory is where if we kill the main one,
yeah,
then that could save
right.
Like, it could just kill everything, and people are saved, right? And you knew it wasn't Robert Patrick because you've seen him, but that was all. Oh man, he was great.
Oh, he was great.
He was so good. Like that. Sounds funny. That Tom Cruise level of intensely like smiling without smiling with your eyes.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And of course it's Robert Patrick, and you're just like, this is another motherfucker that ages really well.
Oh, he really does.
Like even at
you watch him at Pacemaker. Yeah, exactly.
And Pacemaker.
Pacemaker.
Yeah. Fuck you and your old ass bullshit. It's Peacemaker.
Pacemaker.
You're not ready for a pacemaker yet, asshole. But
be Pacemaker by the time to make that second series.
Yeah, holy shit. There's excuses for that one. It's can't be. Well, it's the writer's strike now, I guess.
Yeah, now well, it was the writers. Now it's the actors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Even though it's like shouldn't have been done by now. But anyway, the one part that really pissed me off was the scene where like they realized also the name of the drug is called scat. What? That's fucking disgusting. 40-year-old Chris is like, no fucking way you called that scat. Okay? You don't type scat up on the internet unless you know what you're looking for. Okay? Or if you preface it as animal scat. And even then, you probably shouldn't. I was so mad. I was like, of all the fucking words.
Scat.
So anyway, so when they find out that scat kills the aliens.
Yeah.
Although I feel bad for Jon Stewart because he got killed.
Oh, he got killed.
He didn't get to come back.
He got killed bad. He lost his fingers.
Yeah. Well, first he got his finger bit, right?
Actually, no, he didn't die. They show him in the credits. He has the patch.
Right. That's right.
And his hands all bandaged up.
That's right. That's you know. Fuck. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
Famke's got to be dead because she got decapitated.
Famke's dead. Famke had. Well, no, because she got recapitated.
Right.
That's a word.
It is now.
Yes, it is. Recapitated. It's when your head goes back on your body and everything's okay. Also, you could say he experienced a recapitation. That also works.
Yep.
What are you doing? Just recapitating. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I've used it enough in different contexts.
It's good.
It's a word.
It's good.
It's a word.
I like it.
Okay.
Recapitation.
Right. There had to have been one, didn't they? They put an axe through someone?
Oh, there's definitely dead people.
Hartnett put an axe through someone.
Phoebe's dead. They murdered her.
That's the one.
She got
full on murdered.
Yeah.
That's right. So she's officially dead. There's
Yeah.
no coming back from that. But the flip side is they were fighting aliens. What the fuck were they supposed to do?
Right.
But anyway, so in the scene where they realize the scat can kill them.
Yeah.
And at the time, that's what they thought,
Yeah.
right? So then they go back to fucking Zeke, which also Zeke. Really?
Mm-hmm.
They go back to Zeke's place. So this one, I really start hating him because I'm like, of course you're a chemist, and of course you're a biologist, and of course you're also a fighter,
Yeah.
And also you end up on the football team.
He was Mary Sue.
Yeah, and you smoke. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was a Marvin Sue. You are correct.
Marvin Sue.
Just in case some of the people out there be like, I don't want to be called a Mary Sue, even though that's what you are. It's a character trope. Anyway, that's what he was. And Deus Machina? No, not quite.
No, not quite. Not quite. Yeah.
It's adjacent, but that's not really. Anyway, so then there you go. So the only way to know that we're all okay is if we all take scat, right?
Yeah.
So then, of course, Casey, the jock, which I hate that I can't remember his name, but anyway.
The one guy, yeah, poor guy.
Ronnie?
No.
Anyway, they take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They protest, but they take it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Hartnett's like, I don't want to do my own stash.
Right?
And I was like, the fuck? It was your idea.
Everyone's fucked up taking it.
It's your idea
Yeah.
to do this fucking thing. You bring everybody here to do this fucking thing, and now
Yeah.
you're gonna be all, well, I don't want to do my own stash. Fuck you, you asshole. And then of course he does it.
Yeah.
But he makes a big stink about it. And I'm like, fuck you. I really hope that at that point, 98 Chris was like, no, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Everything else was cool, but fuck him.
Zeke sucks.
He's a loser. God damn. Anyway, so then I did not expect Jordana.
No?
I did not expect it.
And when she did it, and you know that she is an alien,
Yeah.
you thought that was it in the group?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I actually like, I still like, because I watched it yesterday, and today I was like, I thought that was so good because it made me completely erase anyone else from there.
Yeah.
You know, I totally wrote off anyone else in the, because obviously, like, everyone else except for Mary Beth and Delilah, because they were the two, you know. And when Mary Beth was saying I'm allergic, I was like, I feel you. I have allergies too. I totally.
You're way too innocent to be an alien.
I totally get it.
Even though you just started at the school.
Yeah, exactly.
And you talk like a robot.
And they brought that up, like they did. They go like, "Hey, you just kind of showed up, right? Like, why aren't you?" And she's like, "I'll keep fine. I'll take it, right?" And then, and Delilah was just like, you made it seem like Delilah was just doing it because she was princess, right?
Yeah.
And then when she turned, I was like, "Oh fuck," because I didn't see it coming, right? And then I agree 100% when she had the glasses.
She
on.
went for it to take attention away from the queen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And so, but it was so well done because I immediately was like, well, obviously not Mary Beth. Yeah. They wouldn't have two in the same group. Why would they go back to that well?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't until the two of them were in the gym by themselves. Like I literally was like, oh, that's interesting. That's the two of them there.
Yeah.
Huh. And
even when she wasted all the scat on BB, you still don't think about it.
Exactly. You know, and I was like, and exactly, especially because she helped to kill.
Just dumped all of it.
You know, and went crazy with it. Well, now you realize she did it so none of it would get on her.
Yeah.
They couldn't realize it. Hey, maybe it's you, right? And they're talking about body snatchers. At that point, I was like, huh, okay, so one of them is going to die here, right? And I was like, well, I guess it might be Mary Beth, right? But I still didn't think that it was that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, geez, I wonder. I was trying to figure out, well, who's the queen then? Like, who's the queen? I actually thought it was that older one from the beginning. Like, you know, when
okay,
before BB Newworth is turned, and Patrick is just like insane. Like, no, you don't understand. I need to be with you. That kind of weird creeper bullshit. You know, and then the other one's just like, oh, I forgot something, and she's like, you gotta get the fuck out of here, blah blah blah, right? And then it turns out she's also one. I thought she might have been it, but then it was when Mary Beth started being like, you know, you feel alone all the time, and you're such an outsider, and nobody likes you. Then I'm like, oh fuck, she's one. I didn't think she was the queen, but I was like, she's one.
Yeah.
And then they do the flashback where because of Jordana or Delilah, because she made that big scene,
the fucking finger comes out.
The fucking flipper or whatever you want to call it comes out, and fucking I was like, wow, that was a really nice stunt. So that was an example of the CGI not holding up, though.
The finger or that thing?
That part there, I was like, oh, okay, all right.
That was one of the rough parts. And Fanky's head walking away.
Yeah. That sequence and her body was those two. I was like, that's rough, but it's fucking 98.
But for the creature to hold up, like really hold up.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
And the design, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was absolutely blown away by the design, and I liked the weird thing where it had to pull its mouth back before it could bite.
Right.
Such a weird little thing, but I was like, I really liked that. I thought that was really cool. And you're right, like it holds up 100%. It looked awesome.
Oh
it looked awesome. But I liked how she was able to switch back.
Yes.
You know, so that she could do the dialogue
and be fully nude.
Well, I keep saying that, but it's a perk.
It's a perk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but even the dialogue, she's basically pleading her case, where she's like, "Look, like, fuck, like, you can't win. You might as well just give up. Plus, it's awesome, You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
It's great. The scene where what's his face is gonna try to what the hell? The jock was gonna who the hell was he gonna try to he thought it might have been the coach and he was gonna go kill the coach.
Yes.
And it's raining and they're all just like
because he wanted to see if Baby was the queen and maybe it worked.
Right.
So
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Check.
And they were just like weird tendrils are coming out of their faces and stuff. The eyes are all fucked up. She's in the water. And I'm like, oh wow, that was really cool. It's wonky CGI, but I still thought it was so cool that I was like, I'm good, I'm fine. So like I said, like all these like scenes that I was like, man, this is really cool.
The most unintentionally funny part of the whole movie is when Casey gets the fucking worms in his face, and he's all like. I laughed so hard. I was like, "Oh my god!" I forgot how hilarious this is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it was unintentionally funny. Like, I was like, "It's funny how they're trying to take this make it as serious as possible."
Yeah.
But like I said, through 40-year-old lens, I'm like, "Fuck, Zeke's a joke." Like his whole thing is funny. Like it was aggravating, but it was also funny because you're like, "Yeah," but I would have thought he was cool with that. 100%. I would have been like,
100%.
That Zeke guy, something.
And Delilah.
Maybe I'm gonna start doing chemistry and biology, you know, but
buy a whole bunch of Bic pens.
yeah. Right. But even like when you start picking out, like you knew that Stokely and what's his face were gonna hook up, and you knew that Casey and Delilah were gonna hook up, all because he just was like, you don't have to be such a bitch all the time.
Yeah,
and she's just like, she's like, what? He's like, I know you could be nice. I've seen it, so I don't know why you have to do this all the time. And then it's like, all right, anyway, so back to the You know,
she's like, I'm so turned on.
I know. She was just like, huh. Well,
then.
Casey's come to play.
Look at the balls on this kid.
I would like to see those.
Yeah.
You know, like, yep. Put me down for that. But even just fucking Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
I was like,
Shooter. I even thought Shooter might be like the friggin'.
I didn't think he was, but I definitely thought he got turned overnight.
Yeah.
Like, definitely got turned overnight.
I liked how they did that. How they did the parent meetings and everything at the school, and that was a good way of doing it.
The way they were, and I thought, like, when they said, like, yeah, but like, you know, in the small town, who's gonna like, in a big town you'll probably get stopped sooner.
Yep.
A small town, no, you just keep going.
No one's gonna notice.
And then you go to the next town. Then you go to the next town. And I was just like so the concept was great.
Yeah.
The idea, like I thought the idea was great. The execution, largely great. You know, it was like, overall, this one surprised me the most. I did not think I was going to like it this much.
Really?
Well, again, like I said, I'm going 98 Chris, and I saw the trailer, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, it's crazy why. I wonder why.
You know,
because even the cast, I mean, the cast was enough to take a look.
Like I said, like there was no thanks. I don't, and like whatever, okay. But now I'm like, I fucking totally should have watched that. I'm glad I didn't though, because it different perspective on it, maybe. Yeah. You know, or honestly, it might have been one of those things where I watched it and I was already kind of like not wanting to watch it, so I probably would have hated on it, you know, like so many other movies in the past, and then rewatch them and go, 98 Chris was an idiot.
What a dum-dum.
Yeah, what a dum-dum. So,
what a dum-dum.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw it.
So am I. Honestly, so am I.
How would you rate this one then?
And this one's a solid 3.5, Chris.
3.5.
It gets a full head for the fucking end game. The queen.
Yeah?
Yeah. And not just because she was nude. No, but 100% that design. I was like, I'm still raving about it. Like I was like, fuck.
The design is really sweet.
So
and it's a whole lot. I still can't believe it.
Actually, no, I didn't watch Faculty last night. I watched it the night before. So yesterday I was still raving about it because I watched Slither last night. Ah,
right.
Yeah. Cool. Speaking of which, that's next.
Slither is.
Unless you have any other thoughts.
I'm game. I love the Faculty. This is I bounce a lot with between 4 and 4.5s. I love this film.
What do you feel like right now it is?
4.5 for me.
There you go. Okay. All right.
In fact, I'm going to just say the rest are all 4.5 too. I'm going. All right. Slither. Because that's next on the alphabet.
Okay. So
there it is.
Directed by James Gunn.
Yeah.
Written by James Gunn.
Yeah. Another good cast
Yep.
in this.
Yeah. And then we've got, it was release date March 31st, 2006. I don't know if I'll keep doing release date, but just for some reason today, I'm doing release date.
Yeah.
So another older movie. This one, budget 15 million, box office 12.8.
Wow.
But I'm not surprised because I remember when this came out, and I remember thinking, like, I don't know about that because they didn't really promote it a lot. I think I saw one
little
trailer,
promotion.
and they didn't really show much in the trailer.
I knew all about it because
you would have.
It's the guy that wrote Dawn of the Dead, so I was like, I'm there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, there's very little. In fact, I think it was only in our theater for maybe a week. It wasn't even that long.
I would not doubt it at all. Okay, all right. So, starring Nathan Fillion as Police Chief Bill Party.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Banks as Starla Grant. Tanya Solner as Kylie Strudemeyer. Greg Henry as Mayor Jack McCready.
He's hilarious.
The best intro of a character I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't get over that. I was like, holy fucking shit. Then of course we've got Michael Rooker.
Of course.
Because why wouldn't you? And also you should. As Grant. Brenda James as Brenda Gutierrez.
Mm-hmm.
Don Thompson as Wally. Jennifer Coping as Margaret. And Jenna Fisher as Shelby Cunningham.
Yeah.
Haig Sutherland as Trevor, as well as William McDonald and Iris Quinn, who portrayed Kylie's parents, and Maitreya Fedor and Amberly Bartley, who portray the siblings, Emily and Jenna. There's quite a bit of side characters, but for the most part, we've got Troma Films co-founder Lloyd Kaufman has a cameo as a drunk man.
Yeah.
And Rob Zombie provides the voice of Grant's physician, Dr. Carl. Also, James Gunn makes an uncredited appearance as Hank, Starla's co-worker, which I popped for when I saw it.
Yeah.
I went, whoa!
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great, eh?
I was like, what? Now, I haven't read the Wikipedia themes and influences, but right away, first scene, and actually for a good chunk of the first 20 minutes of the movie, hard the Blob's vibes for me.
100%.
I was like,
very
blobbish. I'm like already like, I think I'm gonna like this.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna like this. And I'll tell you right now, 5 Chris heads. Like I
knew it.
I knew I was gonna like this movie. I knew I was going to like this movie. I did not know that I was going to love this movie as much.
Yeah.
I was like...
You see why now this is my favorite James Gunn movie?
It is so fucking good.
It's so good.
It is literally a James Gunn love letter to 80s sci-fi horror.
Yep.
Because it's got aliens.
Mm-hmm.
It's got body horror.
Yep.
It's obviously influenced by The Blob to some degree.
Yep.
But also it's got to be influenced by other grosser horror flicks. Like I don't want to say The Fly.
It's got
I don't want to say The Fly, but then with the fact that there's the Troma co-founder, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because he studied under.
He started under Troma.
Yeah, and he studied under one of their higher up, like
Lloyd Kaufman.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's right.
Lloyd Kaufman. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because doesn't Lloyd Kaufman get roles in his movies?
Yeah, he does little cameos in
it. Yeah, so that's where he learned a lot from. So I was like, I was like, okay, all right, because didn't Troma do the original Toxic Crusader?
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen yet, the new one.
It's not out yet.
Oh, I thought it was out.
No.
Oh, I thought it was going straight to video. That's why, or straight to stream.
Peter Dinklage is playing him.
I know.
He's gonna be little this time.
No, voice work.
Just voice work.
Do you really think they're gonna go midget Toxic Crusader?
I don't know.
I don't.
It is Troma.
True.
It's hard to say.
Wait, hold on. They're still doing it?
Troma's producing the thing.
Hilarious. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah,
I love this movie. I love the cast. I think everyone's great.
Cast is great. Chemistry is great across the board.
Fucking Nathan Fillion was priceless in this.
Oh,
movie.
he's funny as hell in this.
He like there was parts where he was doing shit that I was like, I would be saying the same shit.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just like, yeah, okay, I guess we're doing aliens now. Like what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it was kind of like there's like this one of the episodes in Young Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Robin's character would say something and then have to immediately go with or not, right? And that was what I was like, that mentality was kind of where he was kind of doing things for, well, I guess we're going to do this now. Oh, nope, you're dead or not. And, you know, and I was like, oh, man. I have to say, like, and I do want to hear your thoughts because I'm really intrigued by this, but I loved Michael Rooker in this movie.
Yeah. Oh.
But I loved the spin where he went like from horrifying monster to but also like a sad obsessive boyfriend type of thing. Like it was just a weird mix, and it worked so well.
You got a little bit of his what's that serial killer movie he did back in the 90s? Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. You got a little bit of that with the glass, just that crazy, weird craziness.
There was just something off about him, just in general. And then when he does the turn and starts to become more alien than man
and crave meat.
Yeah,
meat.
But so, like, he goes to the butcher and he's just like, yeah, you know what? Just give me some of those sirloin steaks there. How many do you want? Like 6. I want 6. Or you know what? 8. 8. You know, how about 10? You know, how about 14? Yeah, let's do 14. Like, you throwing a party? Yeah, something like that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? But like even just some of the stuff, like even the beginning when like he tries to get laid, and she's just like, nah, I don't want to, and then he like does that classic like, oh come on, and fine, whatever, and storms off.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, there's obviously like this isn't the perfect relationship.
Well, he's so much older than her, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which isn't, the worst thing because
it's not the worst.
If it works for you,
but I get the feeling like he's going through that feeling like, oh, I'm old, she doesn't want me anymore type deal.
Right. And like, but what's weird is that they didn't touch upon that at all before the end of the movie.
Right.
Where he's doing all this for her type of thing. Right. Which is such a weird, like I said, I didn't see that coming, but I still was like, wow, that's cool. Not, oh, fuck off. Because that you there's a fine line, right, where you could go that route. But yeah, like I love Nathan Fillion. I liked that like he was holding the torch, and everyone knew it.
His one-liners are so funny.
They were so good. They were
like when he comes into their house and Grant's got his like tentacle arm wrapped around her. Whoa, hey Grant, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
Everyone is so great in this. The mayor is hilarious.
That's
the intro you're talking about.
The funniest. Get the fuck out of the road, cocksucker! And his head is out the window, like he's half out. Like, get the fuck out of the road, cocksucker! And then the mother across the street with her kid, she's like, "Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor," and he's just like, "Hey,
I'll see you Tuesday night or something."
Yeah, something like that. And then he goes, "Oh, you win some, you lose some." I was like, fuck. And I mean, I like him as an actor.
Oh,
so I see him in movies. I'm like, yeah, but I was like, holy shit!
Oh man,
that is so funny. Fucking great. It's gross though. They get gross in that movie.
Oh, it's gross. Like each stage of Grant's transformation.
Oh,
like the freaking.
That part,
vagina chest thing,
but the tentacles coming out, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
a little wonky CGI with those a couple of times, but largely looked really cool. You could tell they use a lot of practical effects too.
Lots of practical in this.
Which of course,
his later transformation is pretty much all practical.
Oh yeah, and you could tell.
Yeah,
and that makes it look grosser.
Oh, so much just slimy and yeah.
And I always when I come across stuff like that, it's well done.
Yeah,
like they did spend a lot of their budget on it. You can tell it's money well spent. It always reminds me of this fucking Japanese movie. It's based off of manga or an anime. I think both actually. And like it just gets so gross. Like at one point, like one of the bad guys just explodes, like just starts bubbling up and to the point where it explodes.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
I can't place the name, but it's just.
Well, a lot of those Japanese animes are gross.
But no, sorry. But this is live action.
Oh, it's live action.
A live action representation of a manga, and I believe it was an anime as well. I can't remember.
Shit! It Takashi Miike, I think, directed it, right?
I don't know. I can't. Hold
on. Tokyo Gore Police?
No, it's not that. It's definitely not that.
Okay, because that's a brutal one.
It sounds like it would be a brutal one.
I'm Gore's in the title.
Yeah, exactly.
I can feel like I know which one you're talking about. I just gotta look Japanese anime.
It's not an anime though, it's live action.
It's live action based on anime, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So Terraformers? No.
No, it's primarily in a prison.
Oh.
Sorry, Geek Pantsers.
So maybe I don't know which one you're talking about then. Because that doesn't sound familiar. In a prison.
Japanese prison movie because I had already had the movie there.
Oh shit. Look at that. Ultimate Spider-Man, it's Peter Parker and MJ with a family.
Okay. All right.
I'm in, Jonathan Hickman.
Shit. I feel bad. Okay, anyway. So,
yeah.
If it comes to me later, then I will yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just the level of grossness.
Yeah.
Griminess too. Like there's a grimy feel to it. And yeah, like again, going back to the trauma stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. Because I haven't seen too much trauma stuff, if anything, really.
I've only seen a few.
Because I have
Toxic Avenger, obviously.
I haven't seen that.
No?
No, I haven't seen that.
Tromeo and Juliet, which is James Gunn's that
I
he
haven't
directed.
seen that, but I want to.
So
just because you talked about it. But so getting back to like the special, so I liked the tentacles coming out of him.
Yep.
I also liked that for like a body horror thing, like he was in. Like there was no like, oh geez, I don't know, or anything. The only thing that he didn't do was kill her.
Right.
That's the only thing that he didn't do. And I liked that he was going to, and he was all in, and then he was like, you know what? I gotta go to work. So
right.
I totally gotta go to work.
It's like, almost like it's almost like he was fighting this alien inside of him.
That's right. Yeah.
This alien was like, "You gotta do this." He's like, "No, not her,
not her. Exactly,
not her."
So then he goes to the other brother. He was gonna bang her.
Yeah. Well, then she wanted, but that kind of showed his character right there too. He was like, "No, I'm married." Like,
yeah. Like
this is a fun night.
I didn't think he was a bad guy.
Further than this.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to. Then when he didn't, I was like, okay, all right. But then, oh man, like, so he carried the movie though. Oh, he was incredible. Like, even I loved. Actually, I shouldn't say this. I don't. I'm gonna back out. There's a lot of really smart things in this movie.
Yeah.
Like the characters in this movie are actually really smart. And one of the most refreshing things that I thought was when a couple of the cops seen the tentacle and said it.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the cops weren't like, fuck off. Like some of them were kind of, but the most part, they were just like, okay, well, I guess we're looking for a guy with a tentacle now.
Yeah.
They didn't blink.
Yeah.
They were just like, okay, yep, we'll go with these guys here. They said they saw a tentacle. Let's go get this fucker.
Yep.
You know, and I liked that they started looking at like
cows are getting killed off.
Cows, pets are going missing.
Yep.
Things like, and they're starting to localize an area. I was like, oh wow, like for Southern cops, these guys are fucking smart. Like they're not these dumb hillbilly hicks that they're mostly painted out to be. So that was refreshing.
Yep.
And that they were working together to try to, and even like when they start to see the extent of how fucked up he starts getting, they're just like, okay, but this is the job.
Elizabeth Banks' character was really smart too, how she quickly pieced everything together.
Exactly.
Like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah, I also liked how she's like, you gotta let me help. And they're like, no, we don't. We got this. Don't worry about it. She's like, you ain't gonna catch him without me.
Yeah.
You need me on this. And then they were like, okay, all right, yeah, fair enough. You know, I also liked the girl, what's her face? I can't remember her name now. The one from the car.
Oh, yeah.
When she gets out and like, even like, I liked how even she was strong and she's a young girl.
Yeah.
And she's like, Party's just like, you got to stay here. She's like, I'm not staying here. I'm going with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to die if I.
She was great in it, actually.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Like the whole range of it.
Her whole thing was just like, crazy. Like the friggin' slug in the bathtub coming towards her.
But I actually, and that was another thing too that I didn't see coming, where they totally shifted perspectives.
Yeah.
And introduced a third protagonist.
Yeah.
And was basically like, okay, now we're following her story. We followed Parties a little bit.
Yeah.
We followed Starla's a little bit. We followed Grant's a little bit. Now it's hers. And I was like, oh, is she another new character?
Mm-hmm.
And when the thing went in her mouth, and then they did that like
the visions.
The visions.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, whoa. It was like when I was watching this movie, and I'm gonna get really animated. When I was watching this movie, it was like it felt like every 5 or 6 or maybe even 10 minutes, they just did something that were like, hey, are you still watching? Check this shit out. And I was still watching, but then I was just, it felt like I was doing this.
Just closer
and
closer.
And I was watching it on my phone because I downloaded it on my phone, so I couldn't, I wasn't going to stream it to my TV. But so like, just wait. You know, but that was like, that's how it was. And like I said, like the things with the faculty where they did a lot of good things, a lot of really smart things, it was still a product of its time.
Yes.
And it was still a product of that specific era of movies. Right. And there was these little stupid things that they would do that you were just like, yeah, but up until this point, why would you suddenly do this?
Yeah.
Why would this be the move? Right. Like when they split off and they just said, okay, well, so we're going to leave you two girls here and then we're going to both go and try to get the scat.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like, okay, all right. I mean, you're down so many people, but at the same time, you're like, okay, do you really need to devote 2 people? Right.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, whereas this one, everything that happened in this movie was really smart and really well done.
Yeah.
No one seemed like an idiot outlier. Even the idiots were still fairly smart.
Yeah, they really were.
You know, like even the idiots were like, they'd listen to Starla if she was saying something, or they'd be like, they'd just, yeah, okay, whatever. Or it wouldn't be so much like, oh, you said he had a flipper. It wasn't tentacle or the argument was what he had, what appendage it was. It wasn't what they saw. It was just the words. You know, they still weren't questioning what was happening. They were just like, yeah, but you said it was a flipper. It looked more like a tentacle. Okay, whatever. Fuck.
It's awesome though when they're in that field and you see him transform, come out for the first time. Where's that cow? And it's just
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, like
and he
the
does
cop
it to
thought
that
he
guy
had
too.
The cop was just like, dude, fuck you. Like it's over. And then he just kind of went, I went, oh.
His face just splits open.
And then they do the slow line. I was like, oh fuck. And then they show the guts come out. I was like, oh yes. Oh, gross. But oh man. I absolutely loved this
that
movie.
Poor girl fucking blowing up in the barn.
I know.
Oh,
I know. But even
you know what I love though is that her first thing when they come in there, her first thing is, "How's my kid?"
Yeah, I know.
I was like, "Oh, you poor girl."
And they just didn't tell her.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine. He's all good. Don't worry about it. You're the size of this room.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm so hungry.
but like I was gonna say, like even the various states, but like some of them, you're like, sure, you're no longer a part of this, but like, how does your body, like, what happens to your body now?
Yeah,
Because some of
yeah.
them, like, their growths were all weird and stuff. Like, it wasn't just they all just got fat the way that they would have gotten fat.
Yeah.
It was just like weird ways of retaining the weight. And just gross too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
they looked like straight out of Final Fantasy, or not Resident Evil 7.
Oh, the Village one?
Yeah, no, not the Village one, the one before that, because the Village is 8.
Oh, Village is 8. Oh yeah, you're talking
That
like
family,
that redneck family.
the redneck
Yeah,
family,
yeah, yeah.
where they looked like
They're all
grossness of the like. They were the gross.
gross.
They were super gross. I mean, they obviously Grant's endgame form was just disgusting, and even when they show that scene where they were actually going into him.
Yeah. Like he's absorbing them.
Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah.
It was cool because they did a really good job on it, but it was so gross.
Yeah. So that's where, like, I don't know, you've probably never seen Society, eh?
No.
The 80s movie, I think the guy did Reanimator did it.
Oh, see, I never watched Reanimator.
But basically it's the same type of deal, like this like friggin' weird little town, and they have this orgy, but it's not a regular orgy. Like they stick together and they become one, and it's really just a fleshy, gross mess. And so like that scene to me was definitely a callback to that movie.
Oh
yeah,
it's that fucking Japanese movie's bugging me. It really is. Like I can't. Oh
yeah, I don't fucking know, man. In the jail, that doesn't ring any bells.
Let's switch gears. Over the top Japanese gore.
Explosion.
Over the top Japanese gore. But it's not a horror movie.
The guy explodes?
Yeah.
Let's see. Bloody muscle bodybuilder in hell. Oh man. What we got here? Oh no, turn off the ads. I don't want to get copyright strikes. What is this? It turns into a living weapon after being struck by a meteor. No, that's not it. That's not it, but that looks pretty sweet. Whatever that is. Okay, no battle royale.
God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm putting my phone down again. This is just... I'm not finding it. Okay, alright. So anyway, back to Slither.
As the gods will.
So,
I don't know.
Alright, so now I'm looking at the themes and influences. So, okay, Night of the Creeps.
Oh, okay, definitely see that.
Night of the Creeps.
That's a good movie. I love that movie.
Oh!
Yeah.
Why have I never seen this?
You've never seen Night of the Creeps?
I recognize that poster. What the fuck?
Oh man, you're gonna be watching a lot after watching Slither.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm making a list.
That's an awesome movie.
So hold on. So Night of the Creeps. And then you said Society.
Ugh,
that one sounds rough though.
It is gross.
But this is gross too.
Yeah.
Like again, like I'm just picturing them going into his body and getting absorbed, and I'm just like, ugh. And they're all just like euphoric about it.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like, oh, getting off on it almost. Like, like, oh, that's so like, ugh. Okay, so Night of the Creeps, Shivers.
Oh, Shivers.
Also known as the Parasite Murders, and they came from within. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Cronenberg. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Brood. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I've actually seen that one.
The screenshot from Society.
Oh, oh God!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man, it's pretty fucked up.
oh, oh. Yeah, that's yeah. Wow, wow. Okay, all right. And then Rosemary's Baby. Oh, this is funny.
Rosemary's Baby. I wonder how that fits in.
In reference to the Satan worshipping next door neighbors.
Oh, okay.
So, like the farm being owned by Castevet, I guess.
Oh, okay. So
Jack
small.
McCready, the mayor of Wheelsley, is named after Kurt Russell's character.
Oh, nice.
Both characters, Jack Burton and R.J. McCready.
Nice.
I know. I was like, oh shit.
That's really
shit.
cool.
But that doesn't really tell me anything about the themes, though.
No.
Oh, apparently there was controversy because it shared many similarities with Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely similarities.
I mean, alien slugs that turn people into zombies. Yeah, okay. But they're like, what a ripoff! And it's like, nah. No, I'm not. You know what? And I haven't seen Night of the Creeps, but I'm saying that's not a ripoff.
No.
What? Like you can't do movies like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no real original ideas. It's all about how you make it happen.
Yeah, it was like. Now I don't believe that Kevin Nash actually believes this, but when he was ripping up LA Knight for being a Stone Cold Rock ripoff, honestly, I think, I mean, obviously he sees the similarities. I think he just thought he would start some shit and see what happens,
and get some hits on his videos.
And so when LA Knight bounced him back, and used his own promo against him, which is genius.
Yeah, he
was like, I think because he's obviously a fan of LA Knight's work.
Yeah,
and it worked for both of them. It's kind of the same idea he did with Vanilla Midgets, which I don't agree with, but it worked because all the fans that liked them were like, "Fuck this Kevin Nash guy." So they watch TV more.
Yeah.
And he got more hits on his podcast now than he was before. So.
Well, it was all over. Like, Kevin Nash says this.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's raving about him. But the one guy that says something negative, that's all over the news.
So Slither is one of my newest favorite horror flicks.
Yeah.
It weirdly checks all of my boxes. You, like I said, you got body horror.
Yep.
You got space. You've got great practical effects. Like absolutely, they all look gross, but everything looked real. You know, and also, like I said, I loved that they had this thing where it was literally that thing inside him traveled to multiple worlds and did the same thing until
took over the world.
Till it took over the world, and then goes on to the next one. But I was like, how does it fucking do that though? Like, how does it launch itself into space? But then again, it showed up in here, so whatever. It's an alien, so it'll do alien things.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to that scene though, I loved that. Like, she pulled it out, and I was like, she's gonna fucking pull it out. She's totally gonna fucking pull it out. But then they did that sequence, and I went, fuck! Like, guys, I like this movie already.
Yeah.
You already have it.
Oh man.
You don't have to keep doing this.
Into
but
the propane.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, into the propane.
Oh yeah.
Oh
God.
Well, even when she tries to stab him, you know, and then he like, I thought for sure she would have been dead with the beating that he gave her though.
Yeah.
He fucking thuds her hard repeatedly. Although they all get it pretty bad. Like even the girl gets hit with the couch.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh,
she got nailed hard.
That's fucking rough. Oh shit. And of course, Fillion got it pretty bad. Got all that shit on him too.
Yeah. Oh.
Both of them got covered pretty bad. He looked like he got some in his mouth though. Yeah.
A little bit slime.
Yeah. And then I like how the ending was just basically like because I didn't watch the credits. But it basically just kind of ended them kind of walking away, and I was just like, I don't know, he might not make it. Like we might get to.
Oh, he's pretty hurt.
Slither 2 and. He died.
Yeah.
He didn't make it to Slither 2.
He did, bitch.
He ain't gonna make it to Slither 2. So yeah, this was the surprise. Not necessarily surprised in the sense that I didn't think I was gonna like it. I knew I was gonna like it, but I was surprised how much I liked it. I was like, fuck, this is so good. The Faculty was the biggest surprise out of the two because I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. And while I'm not gonna tell you it's a perfect movie by any means, it is really good.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend people check this out. Especially also Slither.
Yeah.
Also BUBBA HO-TEP. And what else you got for this one?
Well, we got a little bit of Tucker and Dale versus
I meant,
Evil.
what do you have for? Do you have anything else for Slither?
Oh, you got nothing else for Slither? It's a 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah,
I'm happy you finally watched it. Oh, 2006. So it took you what? How many years?
Well, I borrowed it 5 years ago.
Right, and then you had it for about 5 years, unwatched.
No, I think I borrowed it 10 years ago, and I had it for almost 5 years unwatched.
Unwatched.
And I was just like, I have to return. It was that and Stardust.
Yes,
I returned both of those unwatched because I was like, if I'm not watching them now, if I haven't watched them now, then I'm not going to watch them.
Yeah.
So it'll put the onus on me. So yeah, this was
there you go.
This was actually a treat. This was a treat. Like, both movies. And even if I watched it in a different order, like if I watched Faculty 2 nights ago and watched Slither, I still would have been like, Slither's awesome.
Oh,
Slither beats Faculty.
Oh, it does. It 100% does.
All right. So
a little bit of redneck action.
A little bit more redneck action.
Yeah.
A bunch of rednecks.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So now we get the purest comedy.
Oh, it's a full-on humor, this one.
When I was watching Slither, it was only really Nathan Fillion that was making me laugh.
Yeah.
And there was nothing that was unintentionally funny. And I think probably that's why I liked it so much, because it was just a down-home, dirty horror flick.
Yeah.
Tucker and Dale is a comedic movie. Like, it's intentionally funny.
It's so funny.
But like I said at the beginning, I think it's funnier if you've watched enough of these movies, because you got all the tropes that they're skewering. Right? Okay, so directed by Eli Craig. Screenplay by Eli Craig and Morgan Jurgensen. Story by Eli Craig. So we got
Eli Craig, busy man.
Okay. January 22, 2010 is when this came out. $5 million budget. 5.5 million box office.
Oh.
They do that thing. It's 5.2 to 5.5.
All the good movies just not making the money.
This one I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
This one I'm not surprised at all, because, I mean, even back then, anchored with Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk, not necessarily a slam dunk.
Right.
Those are two guys that people go, oh yeah, I remember him in whatever. Right?
Yeah.
It's more Alan Tudyk than Tyler Labine. Even though I recognize Tyler Labine all the way back to Breaker High.
Wow, you going back.
Where I also recognize that other guy. You know the guy.
Which other guy?
You know the guy.
I know the guy?
You don't know the guy?
Which guy?
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, yeah, Gosling. I didn't remember that.
I dragged it out because I was drawing a blank on his name.
Oh, okay, good.
That's the only
guy.
reason.
You know the guy.
You know the guy.
I see.
In my head, it was like rolling next to names and
I'll make him look
matching
like
to
an
the
idiot
face.
until I could think of it.
That's right.
There.
But
smart.
hats off. I told people.
You did.
Right? So. All right. So the cast, like I said, Tyler Labine as Dale Dobson, a timid, unsure, but good-natured hillbilly who, well, thanks, Wikipedia, who falls in love with Allison.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a lucky hillbilly.
Alan Tudyk as Tucker McGee, the owner of the rundown cabin, and Dale's well-meaning friend.
His vacation home.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper. Katrina Bowden as Allison, a beautiful, level-headed psychology student.
Mm-hmm.
She's initially as terrified of Dale based on her first impression, which I don't blame her.
Yeah, well, I mean, he walked out looking like a Grim Reaper.
No. Even before that, when they drove by them in the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like, the creepiest, like, they drove by and they're hillbillies, and they're like, the two of them looked at people like that. I was like, I'd be shitting my pants too.
Yeah.
And then to see them later at the gas station,
yeah,
I'd be like, fuck, we're all getting raped and killed. We're done. We're over. We got Jesse Moss as Chad, the group leader.
Douche.
Yeah, I don't want to read the full thing on him.
There's a lot of people. Yeah.
No, but yeah, there's more to him than just the group leader.
Oh, yes, there is. There's a story there.
Kaylin Simmons as Chloe. Philip Granger as Sheriff Gurr. Brandon J. McLaren as Jason. Christy Lang as Naomi. Travis Nelson as Chuck. Alex Arsenault is Todd. I don't give a fuck. Adam Bouchane is Mitch. I don't care. Joseph Allen Sutherland is Mike. Karen Ray is Cheryl. Ty Evans as Chad's dad. And Weezer as Jangers the dog.
Weezer! Yeah. Awesome, man.
Yeah, it is actually.
I love Jangers.
Although they probably could have just said, actually, either one. Weezer would have been
Weezer.
good. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Also, the film's director, Eli Craig, and his wife, Sasha, have brief roles at the beginning and the end of the film as a cameraman and reporter, respectively.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. That's kind of cool.
So fucking love this movie.
Oh, I love this movie too.
I have to lead with I fucking love this movie.
It's so funny.
I remember we were talking about this one and Cabin in the Woods, and I said like that list that I read was one of the reasons why I watched this movie.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
Like it was this one, and then it was that one, or the other, or it was reversed. Regardless, either way, it was one of those where I went, "Okay, I'm gonna watch this movie," and then, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna watch this movie," and yeah, fucking, and just like Cabin in the Woods, and then I watched them both fairly quickly in the same succession. So, so both movies, I was like, "Oh, they're doing a subversion of tropes, and it's a fucking comedy." But it's also really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hats off.
Yeah,
it's
really
this
well
is another 5 Chris heads out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
This one's 5 Chris heads. So like Faculty, 4.5.
The budget looks
BUBBA
bigger on this movie.
HO-TEP is 4.5. But you know the budget looks bigger, but then again, if you think about it, they're filming in the woods.
One little cabin.
2 cabins.
2 cabins.
Or no, there's a cabin and then there's tents. That's right.
Right.
So budget.
and then like a tree or a freaking lumber.
Yeah,
building or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. There's some buildings.
Tree grader
building.
Well, yeah. Then there's the actual paper mill.
Paper mill.
Yeah,
that's
or
what
lumber
they're called.
Mill, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
No, but I was talking about the shredder. The
whoa, yeah.
Like that's the thing. So
yeah. That's funny.
That's so fucking.
Obviously, we've had a doozy of a day. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you. No, but like I love that. Like even like the beginning, like I said. So they start off, and it's just the stereotypical high school kids going to the fucking camp to just get drunk and fuck.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Let off some steam in the summertime before they got to go to their real lives in school. And they drive by Tucker and Dale, giving them the creepiest
hell
hillbilly rapist faces. You know,
Yeah.
we're doing it in our town.
Yeah.
We're doing it on our roads, you know? And the whole thing is just funny because
well, they don't even live there.
Yeah, they don't even live there.
They're on vacation themselves.
They're on vacation themselves. Because of course Tucker got himself a vacation spot, a little bit of a fixer-upper. And Dale's such a nice guy that he offered to help him fix it up for a case of beer. And of course they'll hang out. They're friends.
Yeah.
But like even the intro, they're trying to get the beer. And it gets all over his shirt. So he has to take off his shirt so the cop doesn't smell booze on him. And it clearly looks like they were engaging in gay sex. I should have just said sex because they're 2 dudes, so it's obviously gay sex.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't really be a designator. It's sex. But it's just so funny where it's like, so anyway, officer, I got really, oh, what the fuck did he say?
I love that.
He said something like, I got real hot, so I had to take off my shirt. And the cop is like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I do.
Just, you gotta get license red. You don't understand. I got my paper here, my interim license thing. I was just like, fucking Christ. So funny. And then, of course, they meet up with these kids. The same kids they mean mugged. They see them at the fucking thing.
Yep.
And Dale is like mystified with Allison. But, you know, he's obviously sheltered.
Yeah.
He obviously hasn't spoken to women ever.
Ever.
Because he just stared at her like this. And for about that long.
He pulls a box.
He pulls a box up.
His face is
just sees this. Just picture fatter with a beard. Same kind of hair, but fatter with a beard.
Yeah.
It is. That's not.
No, it's good.
You know, they
it's
say
attractive.
They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm totally judging that book as a redneck rapist. Like, I totally 100%. I'm like, we got to get away from this.
I mean, if I was in their place, I'd be the same way.
Not stop.
It's creepy.
Let's not stop.
And then he comes on over.
And then he comes on over. What is happening?
Why would you bring that giant weapon with you? Oh man,
it's just so funny. It's so fucking funny. It's actually not even a dumb movie. That's the other part. Like, it's not like a dumb movie.
It's not dumb humor.
The things that are happening are funny because they're spoofing like slasher flicks and redneck slasher flicks, but at the same time, like the kid that jumps into the fucking wood bale or whatever, the wood chipper, right? Like, all he's trying to do is tackle Alan or Tucker.
He turned around
and Tucker turns at the last second, and then he's trying to take him out. Like, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, when they just jump random, some kind of suicide club. I read about this.
I read about this. It's like, are you fucking? This one I enjoyed the most in terms of funniness.
Yeah. It's so enjoyable.
It's like even when they're fishing, he's like, he goes to grab the last. He asks for the last beer. How you gotta do that? Stand up for yourself, you know. And then he goes to take the beer. He's like, no, no. He's like, well, you told me to stand up for yourself. He's like, well, life's not fair.
College kids, we got your friend.
Or like he's like, hey, be careful as she falls in the water. And then he goes and saves her. And then of course all they see is him taking her in their boat.
Pulling her out of the water. Unconscious.
And then back to and all they're doing is getting her in warm clothes, and, like patching her up, and like the idea is to return her in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. In the piece of the fucking log, we have your friend.
Oh, hey, Penny. You pushing the door open with your head?
Oh, good for you.
Look at you.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Hey, you.
This is very exciting.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey, girl. Hi.
Oh, that part is hilarious. One of my favorite scenes is when he's chopping up the wood.
Yeah.
And then he hits the fucking beehive. I'll let you out. It's all right.
You're very excited, yeah.
Good girl.
Yeah, the beehive.
The beehive. So then, of course, Tucker gets stung to shit.
Yeah.
But now he's running away from the beehive with the chainsaw, screaming and waving it, trying to kill bees. And then the dude that was gonna do reconnaissance is like, "Oh shit!" He starts because in his mind he's like, "This fucker's gonna kill me."
String it to a spike.
But I loved it when Tucker passes him. The kid is just like, "Wait, what?" Poof! Then he's dead. And his is actually him and the wood chipper are the two deaths where I was just like, oh, that's just they're horrible too.
Yeah,
they're horrible, gross, like gory ones, but they're just like, Jesus fuck. But I have to agree though. We had a doozy of a day. Let me tell you.
What should we say to the cops? Hi, officer, we've had a doozy of a day, and then that's what he says. The cop shows up.
And it actually seems to work.
Yeah. The cop's just like, listen to him.
He's just listening, like, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Another part that I thought was so fucking funny was when the leader is telling the story about his birth, like how his parents or his dad was made to watch, or his mom was made to watch his dad get killed.
Yeah.
And then she managed to get away, and she was pregnant with her dad's body or baby.
Baby, yeah.
All this body horror, right? Although you could argue that
pregnancy with the dad's
you could argue that pregnancy is body horror.
It is.
Some aliens might look at that and go, "Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
your progeny comes out of you."
Especially if the movie's Junior.
You Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. But so, and he's telling the story, and it's out of the blue, like just out of the blue. He's like, "Yeah, well, when my mom and dad were in the Last in the Woods, and he tells the story, and everyone around was just like, okay. Like, even his girlfriend,
Yeah.
who's sort of not his girlfriend at this point, she's like moving beyond him or seeing him differently, but even she's just like, okay. Really sorry to hear that, but you could tell she's like, I have no idea why you said that. And everyone else is all like super creeped out by this guy, and he's just like, so that's it.
He's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I loved that switch.
Oh yeah, you're half hillbilly. No,
no, no, no. But that was awesome when you found out that his dad actually was the killer.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that was super cool. Because, like, I remember they talked about it, and then they just kind of threw it away, and I was like, well, they have to come back to that. And then when they did, I was like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. He comes out with the fucking welder's mask on. And he literally is just like, I just thought it would look cool.
Yeah.
He's like, did it? Yeah, it did look cool. I was like, she's a keeper.
Yeah.
She's a fucking keeper.
She's awesome.
And she was.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, too, where they're bowling. And she's like, you should probably go help out. He's like, nah, it's okay.
Just be yourself.
You should probably go help them out, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. They go visit him in the hospital.
Yeah.
He got it pretty bad, though.
Oh, he got it bad.
Tucker got it pretty
bad. Like, so bad.
Ugh. But, again, like, he didn't die.
So bad for Tucker. He
gets
tortured the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
And Dale gets the girl.
He gets pussy.
Nothing really happens to him
Fucker
at all.
gets stung. Fucker is like, he misses, his hands fucked.
Yep.
What else? He was strung up.
Yep.
He got hit with an arrow.
I think so, yeah.
Got hit with an arrow. Like, he got fucked
up. Yeah, they
up.
got him good.
He didn't even get a blowy.
Oh, man.
Just fucking Christ.
There's another one where they talked forever about a sequel.
Yeah, I had it all queued up.
Yeah, but then the guys basically just said, like,
Tucker and Dale go to Yale. Described as Goodwill Hunting meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, in the same interview, Alan Tudyk's idea of doing a sequel that was similar to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. Even 2016, they were still actively developing the project. And then 2017, Tudyk was like, yeah, probably not.
It's not happening.
Probably not. And no, it's not going to happen.
No, like,
it's too late now.
The payoff, I mean, the film, the way it ends, how do you keep going, really?
That's true. Well, I mean, exactly. Like, it's one of those where I can understand why they'd want to do a sequel.
Yeah.
But I am glad that they didn't do a sequel, because it's like, how do you do it that captures that feeling of the original without just being a carbon copy of the original?
But who knows? They might, like, I don't know, 25 years down the road, pull up Bill and Ted type of deal. And let's do a sequel.
They could.
Although as older guys with families and everything.
I am immediately thinking, like, you could do some sort of like Tucker Dale versus aliens type of thing.
Yeah.
You know? And like, somehow the aliens are somehow trying to take over, but they're being thwarted by Tucker and Dale inadvertently, like in the same way in this one, where they're just doing shit and it's fucking with the aliens.
Yeah.
You know?
That'd be good.
Yeah, that could work. That could work.
Down the road, though, I think, like...
And Allison would have to return, too.
Oh, yeah. Damn, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, yeah. So, like I was saying, like, if you watched enough slasher, and you don't have to watch a lot, you just really only have to watch like the basics, like
really
Friday the 13th and the first Halloween. Actually, you know what I would say? Friday 13th.
Friday 13th is a big one.
That's the biggest one.
Probably number 2 or 3 too, not the first.
No, I would say the first.
Yeah,
first 3. I would say the first 3 because they're all combined on the camp.
I just feel like more like once Jason gets involved, it's more closer to that because of the slasher vibe.
The first is a slasher movie, though.
It is, though, but it's done in a first-person view, and they don't actually show the killer. It's more of a mystery.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
So,
that's fair. And you're totally well. But then again, they had to do it that way.
They had to do it that way.
Or even like even one of the Sleepy Hollows or Sleepaway Camps.
Sleepaway Camp for sure.
Definitely do. Oh, definitely do the first one. Actually, the person that asked that question about which movies to start with, if you want to do a cool slasher flick, start with Sleepaway Camp. Don't Google the ending of Sleepaway Camp.
You'll be aroused.
Oh. Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
Well, maybe they get off on other things.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's bordering on spoiling the ending, and that ending has to be unspoiled.
Oh, yeah.
And the best part is that sounds like someone getting head or giving head, I should say, and that solely out of context. It's not what that sound is, but once
give me shit what's funny.
Once you get to the end of the movie, that's different. I swear, that's different than your.
That was good.
So, but it's actually creepier in the movie. It sounds less like a blowjob, but that's.
Oh man!
But I would say Sleepaway Camp. Yeah,
Sleepaway Camp's so good.
I also like the third Sleepaway Camp too, Teenage Wasteland.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever saw the third.
I
saw the first two.
I didn't see the second one. In fact, I saw the first one first, or the third one first. I saw the third one first. And then when I found out, I was like, fine, I'll watch the first one. And then when I got to the first one, I was like, oh shit! And it makes the third one even more fucked up because it's the same character, right? So then, when you know the switch or the twist, then you're, so it'd be different to watch all three. Once you get to the third, you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Sleepaway Camp's a good one.
Yeah,
I'd also recommend The Burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen The Burning?
No.
Oh. Should watch The Burning.
Okay.
Jason Alexander's in it. Young Jason Alexander with hair.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think Wes Craven's involved in it some way too. Maybe the writer or producer or something.
Well, I was going to say, if it's a young Jason Alexander, then that's old.
It is old.
That's
like
old.
84. It's before Seinfeld, so 84 maybe.
Well, it's probably be older than that then.
The Burning. I think.
Because wouldn't
81?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because wouldn't he have already been?
It's 81.
By 84, I would have been like, or 88 or whatever you're saying. He would have been already like doing.
Yeah, I don't know what Craven isn't involved in this one. I'm thinking of something else. But it's really fucking good. Really cool kills.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
Holly Hunter's in it.
Oh shit.
Fisher Stevens.
Huh. Fisher Stevens. Why is that name familiar?
That dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one of the rare occurrences that I've seen where they got a white guy to play an Indian character in which movie?
Oh,
Short Circuit.
Oh yeah.
And he was in the sequel.
Was he too?
He's in the sequel.
Man, watch Short Circuit.
Yeah, because Steve Guttenberg was in the first one, but he didn't go. He wasn't back in the sequel. It was Fisher Stevens' character. Actually, yeah, he was the only one that returned. Oh, aside from Johnny Five.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man,
we gotta do that Camcast on those two movies. I fucking love those.
I can't remember last time I watched Short Circuit.
I
can say at least 20 years.
Oh no, it's been less for me.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time for me.
I watched it with Michelle. I can't remember if it was in Georgina or if it was in our new house. I'm pretty sure it was in our new house.
Both of them?
Just the first one. I
think I remember watching the second more as a kid. For some
reason. I watched the second more because I had it. My mom taped it.
Okay.
Like she had a friend who had satellite, so they taped it on VHS. In fact, the word taped. But anyway, yeah. So that one I watched more because we had it.
Yeah.
So I watched when I was a kid. I only watched Short Circuit like once or twice because we had to rent it.
Right.
But I watched the shit out of the second one because we owned it. When I was older and I rewatched it with Michelle, I was like, I forgot how good that movie was. Like totally 80s movie, but so good. And I watched the second one. That's right. I did watch the second one because I remember thinking like. Because I like the second one more because I watched it so much.
Yeah.
Now it's the reverse. The first is the better.
Yeah. Oh.
The second one is total sequel cash-in.
The one with Gutenberg is going to be the better one.
It's sequel cash-in. It's still really good.
Yeah.
It still really holds up. But a lot of it is the same themes. Like, it's like, what makes you alive, right?
Yeah.
And they do the same thing.
They do.
In this. It's like Ted and Ted 2.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're just like...
Identical.
It's the same fucking... I thought we finished this in the first movie.
Oh,
but no, I guess not. Although Ted 2 was good. I liked it.
Yeah, Short Circuit 2, that poster.
Yeah.
Oh, that poster.
Yeah. Well, now you've got a movie to watch.
Yeah.
Short Circuit.
I've seen these forever.
Okay, so that's it. That's all four.
That's it.
Of our
comedic,
more comedic than horror, but some of them are more than others.
Yeah. So your lowest rate was 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like 4.5 and 5s for me.
Tucker and Dale is a 5 for me.
I love these movies.
Slither is a 5 for me. 3.5 for The Faculty, and 4.5 for BUBBA HO-TEP. Like I said, I originally went 5, but you're right. Replayability is a top.
I think Bubba's less than Slither and Tucker and Dale for some reason.
Like I could. I plan on rewatching Tucker and Dale probably in the next couple of weeks, just because I was like, man,
it's so funny.
It's fucking hilarious. Plus, I like all the characters, like even the kids, for the most part, like they're stereotypical versions, because obviously that's the point. But even then, I'm like, none of them are really bad except for the leader, because obviously
they're not bad.
He's fucked, and he's not even that bad until things get weird.
Yeah, well, he's a little. Yeah, he's an asshole, but he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's just a douche. He's not like a killer.
But otherwise, they're all just regular. College kids.
Just of that time period,
Decade guys, hot girls.
Yeah, but oh man, it was just great. Just fun.
Oh yeah, it's
like
pure. Oh, so fun.
It's so with BUBBA HO-TEP was the one where I was like, I don't know if that's gonna hold up as well, right?
Yeah.
And I was wrong. It totally did. I was wrong to be second guessing it. With Tucker Dale, I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. This one's gonna hold up for an eternity.
I was just like, man, I can't wait to do this one. This is so great. Like same with Cabin in the Woods was another one where I was like, I can't I can't wait to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to get to rewatch it and then we get to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then Slither will be one of those ones where we do a 20-year revisit, then I get to be like, I've watched it 20 times since then.
James Gunnathon.
Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, so Geek Pantsers, please watch these movies.
Absolutely. I mean, if you like horror comedies, watch them. If you're looking for good horrors to start with, I recommend them. Even though, like Chris said, it does help to know certain things about
but the flip side is though, so with Tucker Dale and even Slither and Scream, like you said, the flip side though is if you watch those movies without watching any of the movies that they're obviously paying homage to or straight up spoofing, the reality is that when you do start watching those movies and then you rewatch Scream and Tucker and Dale, which I hope you do because that's awesome when people do that. Actually, and it's funny because your argument for Tom Cruise, you're like, dude, he loves movies. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like immediately, I was like, yeah, you're right, and I love him too. So you're right.
Same way.
So push comes to shove, maybe I would want to blow up a bridge for a movie.
I'd blow up a bridge.
I would.
I remember there was producers
nicely, but I would do it.
Producers came to Thunder Bay like 20 years ago or so, and they wanted to blow up one of our elevators.
Right.
And Thunder Bay said no.
Yeah.
And I was pissed about it. I was like, blow that shit up.
Yeah, blow that shit up.
It's a piece of junk. Get the money. Be awesome.
Oh yeah, so when you do watch those movies and then you rewatch Scream and Tucker and Dale, you'll have a better, like you'll appreciate them even more. So I feel like you'll like them even more if you've already liked them.
Yeah.
But Tucker and Dale, man, fuck.
Oh yeah.
That's one of those ones that I realized watching it again. I was like, man, I could rewatch this often.
Oh yeah.
Like the rewatchability for Tucker and Dale is through the roof. Slither I do have to be in the mood for it.
Yes.
But because it reminds me, like I get that Fly feeling. So it's one of those where I'm like, yeah, but I could probably be talked into it.
Yeah, but
or like if I'm flipping, I don't flip channels, but like if I see it, I'm like, oh shit, it's been a while since I've seen Slither. You know what? I think I'm gonna watch Slither tonight. It'll be one of those deals.
Yeah.
But it would be one of those ones where if I was flipping real TV, channel changing and I came across it, no matter where it was at, I'd be like, okay, well, this is what I'm watching now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to know anything else.
You don't even need to start at the beginning.
Yeah, the only caveat would be like if it's the last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
because then I'd watch the last 5 minutes and then I would check to see if I can
when
restart it,
on.
or if it's like on a replay thing, or like when it comes back on. Because then I'd be like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish the 5.
I need to watch
5,
more.
but I want to watch the rest
Yeah.
of the whatever runtime. Fuck, man, I can't get over. Like, this was awesome. This is just awesome. But watch these movies; they're fucking great. You know what? I did the outro last time. It's on you, bitch.
Oh shit! It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You got it.
Holy crap! I'm thinking in my head right now. We're on a lot of podcast services now.
Do you want me to do it?
I got this.
Fucking right.
If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, click the bell, all that kind of stuff. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts.
We can be seen.
We can be seen on social media.
Okay.
Not on X. No X.
Hold on.
X to
Hold on.
X. Don't go there.
Dead name it. Twitter. Call it by its dead name.
Dead named it.
I'm gonna keep doing it just because
You should.
Because the irony.
They still have tweets and retweets on there, but everything else is gone. Like what's
Oh yeah. Although
yeah,
the market earnings.
Yeah.
And the fact that like a lot of companies aren't doing business with them.
It's a switchback soon.
No. You think that arrogant prick is gonna admit defeat? No, he's just going to keep blaming everyone else. He'll probably blame the liberals.
Yeah.
Blame the media. Currently, he's got a beef with Wikipedia.
Makes sense.
He said something about how, like, what do they need the money for, or whatever, and they immediately were like, we're not looking to be sold. We're not looking to be sold.
He's going to have to buy Wikipedia now.
That's the thing. They don't want him to.
Yeah.
They immediately were like, no, we're not looking to be sold. We
Yeah.
don't want to be bought. We don't want to have anything to do with this. This at all. Just to clarify, we're not on the market.
Yeah.
Do not try to buy us. Do not enter into any sort of thing. I was like, that's awesome.
Good.
That's
Shut
awesome.
down.
So anyway,
now.
okay. So social media, except
social
for
media,
X.
yeah, we're not there yet.
Sorry,
so
Twitter,
Instagram, Facebook. I think that's it now, right?
Geek Pants Media.
Well, geekpantsmedia.com, but social media. Yeah, we're
Oh,
only on
you're
two
right.
now. We're only on 2.
No, Facebook.
That's a Facebook. That's Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
That's it now, right?
Oh.
And geekpantsmedia.com. Yeah.
Right. And we can be heard on.
We can be heard on.
That's
Here's the list. Here's the list.
Yeah,
here we go. Spotify, SoundCloud, Audible, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Is that it? 5?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You did.
Nailed it. Yeah.
We're not on Amazon Music, though.
Amazon Music is Audible.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're
Your
everywhere.
ear holes, your eye holes, you pick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
now you get to do this part right after.
Pretty rough though.
It was rough.
You did it though.
I did it.
You did it though. You did it.
If I knew it was coming, I would have practiced in my head.
Thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. We love it. We love all your support. We love the Insta questions. Keep them coming. We'd like to see more questions on Facebook, but honestly, you put them out wherever you want to put them out. You put them out on anywhere, because I think
we'll find them.
Yeah, we'll find them. But getting back to the person that asked about the movies, we do really 100% want to hear what movies you checked out and if you like them or not, and we can still offer up suggestions. And yes, the next Geek Pants Camcast that we have, I'm going to tell you what this Japanese fucking movie is.
Yeah, you're
I'm gonna deep dive this bullshit because it's still in my head. Like
it's eating you.
Oh,
it's eating him.
I broke a cardinal rule of literally looking it up on my phone for longer than 30 seconds twice.
Yeah. Oh, it's eating him.
It hurts. It really does.
Hurts.
Because like the movie itself, it's not like it's a bad movie by any means.
Yeah.
They just go over the top with it. Like it's fucked. It's actually it's strangely entertaining, but not in like a so bad it's good or a haha funny way. It's just actually a really good fucking kung fu movie with just crazy over the top scenes.
So it's kung fu in jail with a body exploding. Find it, people.
Yeah, actually, if somebody finds it, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
You win nothing except Chris's 2 thumbs up.
And my undying respect.
Ah, 5 crit sets for you.
That's right. There you go. You get 5 crit sets.
Mhm.
That's a Marvel no prize. Oh shit! I just did the fucking evil dentist laugh on the ski hill.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Anyway,
Oh,
you guys have been great.
shit.
Take care.
Have a wonderful evening.
I just watched that scene the other day too. That's so...
These pancakes are delicious.